Yo! Yo!
Wow, a gun!
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the eye of tiger, rising up against the tiger. And the last
Hi.
known tiger is still a tiger. Any thoughts on that? Is this anything? Is this going anywhere? out of 10.
Hi.
That's a high out of 10 from me. Cow. Oh, you got the Ditto badge. That's well cute. Look at that. He's like, huh. Welcome in. Happy Thursday, everyone. We're doing some art today. I'm a little bit tired. It's catching up to me. I'm not gonna lie. So we're taking it easy. We're taking it squeezy. We're gonna do some drawing. Let me get my references up.
Ooh.
I got some emotes to make. I'm seeing some big check-in numbers, actually. That's sick. That's sick as hell. Hello, Golden, congrats on first. And hello, Code. Hello, Spooky. Hello, Cobbled. Hello, Chester. Hello, D-Man. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me show you what I've been working on. Let's swoop over here. Bop, bop, beep. Yeah, no Pokopia today. Whoops. That's not even the song I wanted to play yet. I had a few things up. This is the one I wanted to play. There we go. There we go. That's the one. That's the one, baby! Anyway, I'm doing some emotes today. I've got a couple emotes to do. Well, I've got this one to do, and then I've got some emotes to clean up for Slum, dear Slumbity Bear. But we're working on this first. A little cute little emote. Here it goes. Ready? Ready? Watch this. I'm actually kind of proud of this. Look at this. A spring. Cutie little fox doing a jumbo. So we're gonna clean this up first and hopefully get it done today. Well, I think definitely get it done today. It's just hopefully get it done in a timely manner today. Hello, Maple. Hi. Welcome in. Come on in. Take a seat. Grab a seat. Do. I got a couple nice chill songs up for us. Chill extended versions of various game songs that normally stuff I have on and repeat while I'm working, but today it's that kind of vibe today. Is that— oh, you also have the cute little Ditto badge. Look at you. Okay. Excuse me. Reference up. Big up my reference. How are we all doing today? What's the vibe? This is only— no, it's not 9 frames. It's 10, 11, 12. 12 frames. That's not bad, actually. Cause I'm big sleepy, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm not sleepy, I'm just— this doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I know it makes sense. I was gonna say I'm not sleepy, but I'm tired. But you guys know what I mean. It's just been busy, but I want to get this stuff done. I want to get it done! So we're doing some stuff today. Vibe is lazy. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Vibe is roller coaster. Whoa, that's the opposite. That's big time the opposite. Okay. I feel it though. We can be lazy on a roller coaster. I think it's kind of— actually, I want to bring up another window for this. I think it's that kind of vibe for everyone lately, though. I mean, lazy sleepy, not roller coaster. Tis the season. Told my Cosby RPG shipment is actually going for— oh my god, I forgot you still don't have yours yet. That's crazy. What happened to it again? Did they just lose it? Did music make them lose control? Let me make this a little bit bigger, actually. That's crazy. Dum 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 dum. That's good though. That's good that it's actually moving forward. Glad for you in that regard. Crazy that it's taken this long. So I swear that was like— when was that? That was like the middle of last year, wasn't it? I left it in a public place and it got stolen within 5 minutes. That's fucking crazy. Makes me think of the Amazon delivery guy that we had when we were living in London, who would just like do shit like that all the time. Like when I ordered, I can't remember what I ordered. I think I ordered a new, it was something like a new RAM or new CPU or something, and he just like, instead of knocking on the door, put it in one of our wheelie bins and said, hey, it's delivered. And like, I tried looking around and couldn't find it, and it took me a while before I searched the wheelie bin. And thank God I did, because I'm pretty sure it was the night before bin collection, so that would have been really bad. Had a bit of a crash on the Kickstarter page on Monday, and I think that's the only reason they're shipping it now. I think they were like, maybe if we just leave it long enough, everybody who still doesn't have one will forget. That sucks, though. That fucking sucks. Because, like, it's, I guess it's not their fault, but it's not your fault either. And you still paid. You should still, for sure, get yours. Hi, Sonny. I've never heard of them storing it a bit. Oh, it was dreadful. He was awful. He was so awful. You know what I keep forgetting to do is, set up auto shoutouts. I gotta do that at some point soon. He was awful, though, because, like, I don't remember him ever knocking whenever he came around with the parcel. He would, like, leave the notification that said, like, hey, I came around and it didn't seem like... Oh, go on then.
Can't help him stuck in the trash bin. I fell in because I got hungry also. 2007? 2007 up a Brainworm team.
Oh, it's Brainworm team. I know you. I met you down the pub. 2007. I was hearing that. It took me a second to remember the bit because I was hearing that in the voice of like 2007. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was awful because he never knocked. He would just like turn up and like throw the package. He would throw the package at the doorstep if we were lucky, and then if we were unlucky, he would do shit like hide it in the bin. And then he would, like, check it off on Amazon, so it would be like, hey, your parcel has been delivered, and we would check it, and it would be like, oh, I tried ringing, but nobody answered, and it's like, you did not try ringing, because we had the loudest doorbell in the world, and 3 of us work from home. You did not ring. Yeah. He never rang, though. He always just like, oh, no one answered the door for little old me. He was dreadful. Also, like, packages would turn up damaged all the fucking time. Mostly, like, not the product, mostly it was just the box, but, like, that's a dangerous game you play. He had places to be, though. He was always speeding down the street. One time a computer part I ordered got sent, to the inversion of our house number! Wait, I don't remember that! I don't remember that at all! Oh my god. Through Amazon, right? I bet it was that same fucking dude. He was dreadful, man. I caught sight of him like a couple times because we'd be sat in the front room and he would turn up with a package and he would chuck it on the doorstep and walk away and not even knock and then put in the message that's like, I tried knocking and no one was there. It's like, dude, we were in the living room playing Smash Brothers. We saw you fucking traipse up to the door. Hate his guts. Hate his guts, honestly. I don't hold grudges except for this one Amazon delivery driver that we had 2 years ago. Fuck that dude. Terrible at his job. And I mean, like, fuck Amazon and all that, but this fucking guy. If anything, it suits his personality to be working for Amazon. Anyway. London was just like that, though, especially that part of London. Actually, yeah, maybe there is a correlation to be made between that part of London and people driving really fast. Because, I don't remember which birthday it was, but do you remember the birthday I had in that house where we ordered dessert and... we ordered, like, dessert through Deliveroo or something? We got, like a cookie dough thing. And it turned up, and the app was like, hey, this was Speedy, your delivery turned up 13 minutes early, and we opened up the boxes, and all the cookie dough was, like, smushed into one corner of the box because he was going so fast, which, to be fair, that was really funny. That was so funny. But there's something in the water, I think. I got a photo of it being delivered, and it was just not our house. Oh my god, that was like when I tried to order detergent like a couple months ago. And they sent me a picture saying it's been delivered, and it was a place I had never seen before. And so I like spent ages like, number one, it was a ball ache trying to get to a point on the Amazon site where I could say my package is not at my address. There were so many options that were like, oh, I turned up and it was broken, or oh, I don't want it anymore. But it took me ages to find like a place that said, yeah, you delivered it, but to somewhere unknown to me, which is a problem in itself. I mean, like a lot of big company customer support is getting very difficult to navigate these days. It's a big problem in itself. However, I finally found it, and I I went through I think I told this story before because I was really mad about it at the time. I ended up going through like the initial stage of like pressing a bunch of like answering a load of questions so they could direct me to the right place, and then telling like a chatbot, like an AI chatbot, what happened, and then the AI chatbot putting me through to a real person, and each time I had to explain the situation, and I'm like, do you not okay, that's one thing. Hiya Tara, welcome in. But like when I finally got through to a real person, actually I think I had this same experience with the chatbot as well. I was like, my package was delivered, but to a place I don't know where it is. Like, you sent a picture, I've never seen this place before. And multiple times I was like, I was asked like, have you like tried looking around? And I'm like, I know this. Number one, yes, this isn't a very big area. There's like 2 doors here. Number two, like, there's a picture here. There's a picture here, like, clear as day that isn't either of those places that it could be. And they're like, but it could be just like a door next to you. And I'm like, it's not, dude, it's not. You gotta really work if you want like a 10 quid refund. What an age we live in. Happy Thursday! I will always remember the one time years ago when a shirt I ordered was actually sent to Australia instead of Austrian to Leeds! Oh my god. Okay, that's fucking hysterical because especially if I'm unmedicated, there have been a lot of times where I've accidentally misread Austria as Australia or vice versa. If you're shipping something, holy fuck. Holy fuck. Also, like, how did that work? Did it just... Obviously, don't dox yourself over this. But, like, surely that would only work if there happened to be, like, an address even remotely similar to yours in Australia. Unless they just go from country first, where they see the country and then it gets put into a big box with all the other Australia packages. And then only later are they like, hang on a minute. That's an expensive that's a very expensive misship. Yeah, that's a good point. I had that trying to cancel PlayStation Plus. Yes! Oh my, let me have a sip of my coffee.
Hi.
Oh. Hi Jess, how are you? We're talking about terrible experiences with Amazon and delivery drivers and stuff. Sonny, I had a similar thing with PlayStation Plus, yeah. Actually, I also had a similar thing with Xbox Game Pass. Where it was like being lost in a labyrinth trying to cancel that. Whenever that happens, normally not typically with like PlayStation Plus or Game Pass or whatever, but normally if I'm doing that with like a customer support for a delivery that's gone wrong or something. Delivery's gone wrong. Something like that. And I have trouble like navigating to the point where I can express the problem and get compensation for it. I always think about like older people who aren't so tech literate, like using the internet or trying to access the service, and I'm like, man, this sucks. This fucking sucks. Also, hello Turtle! Happy Thursday! How are you? How you doing? Remembering it, the address on the package was actually the wrong house number. On the order, it was right though, which means at some point between me inputting the address and the label being printed, there must have been a human typing it manually who made the that's crazy to think about. Bruh. I also had to delve deep in the mines to get it refunded. Oh god, that's even worse. Yeah, because I, like, didn't go for a refund or anything like that. I was just like, I'm not using this anymore, I'm gonna cancel it. But, yeah, it was just as bad with, cancelling my Game Pass. Because they make it so confusing. They make it so confusing to the point where I'm like, am I on the right account for the thing I'm looking for? And then it's, you know, like 10 minutes of confirmation per every question that you have. Not bad, sub. Good for Nice Night for a change. That's good. That's very good. I'm happy for you. I think I've been sleeping good. I've just been having lots of dreams, which is normally a sign that you're sleeping more shallow, right? But I haven't felt too bad. I've been a little tired waking up, but I've also been very busy over the past few weeks, so that's to be expected. I've been having a lot of dreams. I've been having a lot of weird, very weird dreams. I had a dream the other night, so I've been ranting and raving about how bad our solicitor has been for the whole house buying process. I had a dream the other night that I found, like, incriminating evidence against her that she was, like, neglecting her duties as our solicitor, and I was, like, taking that evidence to her boss. And the end of the dream was me, like, going to her boss and putting down, like, a stack of paperwork and being like, here you will see evidence that Poopy has not been doing her job. And her name was, like, legally Poopy in the dream, and it didn't strike me as weird until I woke up, and I was like, it's not her name. It's just not her name. Boggles the mind how it happened. It was labelled Austria on the package and then sent from the Netherlands. After a month of it not showing up, the shop sent me an email with a photo after it was returned to the sender with a black part Austria, not Australia on it! Oh, that's good. Makes me think of, like, those pictures people take of, like, receipts for, Starbucks orders where people put, like, really specific notes in their order. Ace Attorney style put down. It was an Ace Attorney style name, right? Shitty solicitor called Poopy.
Jack Shender Poopy is clearly not living up to their fiduciary duties when preparing for the purchase of this domicile.
Creature, those are some big words for you. Oh, Poopy. I'm dealing with that a lot, looking at finance stuff, just a whole lot of numbers and words that mean nothing. Oh fuck, I gotta do my taxes soon. Actually, there's still a month. I still got a month of not doing my taxes ahead of me. What a beautiful time we live in. I don't know why I always dread it too much, because it takes an hour and I've done it like every year for the past like 8 years or something like that. And it's always, well, the first time it took longer, because that's when you set everything up, but then after that it's like no fucking time. I don't know why I dread it so much. I think that's exactly it. I think it's just a bunch of numbers and I'm like, oh, this shit again. But it's like numbers that I know and numbers I wrote. I don't know what the problem is, but every year I'm like, ew. Being sent back to math class. Disgusting. He's found one used thesaurus. Every time, from now on, I just thought of a really good bit. I want to make like a bot. I want to make a counter TTS to creature. A creature relative, if you will. Where whatever you put into the message, it like runs every single word through a thesaurus, picks a random synonym, and swaps that word out, and then reads the sentence like that. Oh, is it better to do Game Pass now? Microsoft account, but oh, word. Yeah, because you've been flipping on and off. Yeah, because for Game Pass and for PlayStation as well, you need one of their subscriptions if you want to play online. Which is why I got PlayStation Plus in the first place, because I wanted that for like Elden Ring and Dark Souls and stuff. To be honest, not necessarily for multiplayer, but more so for like the notes on the ground. Because when they're not really funny, they're really useful.
Ooh.
Hello, Blue. How are you? But yeah, that kind of feels weird to me. I thought it was the same for Xbox, and we only had that confirmed recently because we've been like canceling our Game Pass, and then we tried to play something online, and we're like, oh yeah, you need a subscription if you want to play anything online. Which is kind of crazy, right? Anyway, PC game sweep, I guess. Yeah, it's the same for Nintendo as well, right? You need the Plus subscription.
Xbox, more like Sexbox, haha loop, that freak up Game Pass stuff.
Hell yeah, brother. Hello, Patrick. Have you ever seen Black? Oh my god, I love Black Books. First episode of Burner doing his tax. Yes, I think about that every year. I do my I almost said every year I do my taxes. Then I realized that sounds like I don't do them every year. Every time I do my taxes, I think about that because it's true. It's true when he's reading them out, and it's like, if you're a farmer but you live within 50 feet of a marsh, but you are not married, and just the shit that he's reading out, I'm like, it's true. I actually found a screenshot of the last time I was doing my taxes, and I took a screenshot of something like that because it made me think of Black Books, because it was like, are you any of these professions? And it was like, oh, do you work in medical? Do you work in the military? Are you a scuba diver? And then it was just other stuff like, you know, are you a biologist or da 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 da. I'm like, why? Why the scuba diver? Can you make that command name be Sesquipedalian? Sesquipedalian? Hold on, this is a beautiful, mind-boggling word. Sesquipedalian? Is it just... Oh, polysa- oh, got it. Got it. Happy Thesaurus Thursday, everyone. Also, yes, I can. Is that possible? I mean, that's absolutely possible to make. I wonder how easy it is, though. Because, I mean, we had a command a while back, it doesn't work anymore, that just, it was doing a sort of similar thing where it was picking, I can't remember. It was picking, like, verbs just from some, like, online, like web dictionary, and it was the non-binary name command that unfortunately doesn't work anymore. I can't remember. I think it's because that API doesn't work anymore. But that was a similar thing where it would just say non-binary kid named, and then it would like just pick a random word. So if there's a similar connection for like a web thesaurus we could make. But then there's the whole... Actually, no, I wonder if it's not as difficult as I'm thinking it would be, because it would probably take a while for it to process it. Like, you put in the TTS message and then it'd have to think about it for a sec. But, like, surely you could just take make it search for each word in the message, and I don't know, I'm kind of talking up my ass now, because I'm not gonna exactly be able to make this myself, but the idea is very funny. There would be like a good April Fool's bit just to replace creature with like thespian creature. Dum dum dum. Lesbian creature. Do I want that closed? Every time you laugh, my creature big. I take 10 years from you. That's okay. I've got like...
Who up trying to be Daddy's little Saint Patrick Awoo?
Oh, that was a good woo. I was gonna say, that's okay. I've got like 20,000 years. I could probably do with having a few shaved off. I don't really want to be around like 20,000 years from now. Oh, whoa! Which direction does the tail go? Wait, it goes dirt. 1, 2. It goes down. That's fine then. I may be able to do this 500 times a day. Like, 500 words, or... Because that'll get used up real quick, but that's fine. Honestly. I could just make the command really expensive. 500 words. Okay, yeah, that'll go really, really quick. To be honest, if it's possible, that might be funny to try anyway, you know? Actually, I'm gonna get rid of some of these, because I could probably do most of it with the color. Ooh, whoa! Number 3. Because I had a similar issue with Creature's regular voice where the character limit was too low. And I don't even remember what the free tier for that was, but... Oh, also because I got IP blocked by them, which was probably the bigger issue. Actually, thinking about it, I might be able to work around that now that we're moving house. Much to think about, actually. I gotta set that up before we go. You'll never know. I have to beg and wheedle the company for free IPI key. Maybe I can find another one. Maybe they'll appreciate the bit. And they'll be like, yeah, go on. What does generate creatures' voice? Is it possible to run locally? Good question. Good question. Well, actually, I'm not sure because maybe. So here's what I'm thinking, right? There's obviously like the TTS supplier, but the thing that makes Creature's mouth move is a separate software that is compatible with a set number of TTS services, and it's just one of the TTS services in there. So I don't know. Hold on. Well, actually, hold on. Let me make this guy jump so that you guys have something to look at while I'm dicking around. So let me see. What do I need? Yeah, like I need the API key in order to get it to run through the software that makes Creature's mouth move. If I could do that locally, but that's not exactly my area of expertise. That doesn't feel like you can. If I get a big old synonym dataset, I could host it myself. OT. Interesting. That would be quite expensive though, right? Not like monetarily, but hosting that yourself. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of words out there. I guess it doesn't have to be every word, right? If it can't find a word, it could just stick with the word that's already inputted. It might be a bit slow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier. It doesn't... I guess it doesn't matter if it's super slow. If we could... So, hold on. Train of thought. So, ages ago I used the Mix It Up TTS for Creature, and one of the reasons I stopped using that is because it was really slow. And, like, I couldn't time it with when Creature would like pop up and start talking, because back then it was just a PNG that like popped up and started moving its mouth. So he would like pop up on days when it was really, really slow, which was normally like the evenings. It was normally like peak hours. When it was really slow, the PNG would pop up for a sec and then just go away and wouldn't say anything, and then the text would come in later. If we could make it so that whatever reaction happens, i.e. if it's a PNG that comes up or something's mouth moves or whatever, if we could make it so that that animation only happens when the prompt is done and ready to play, then that's fine. That's a whole other layer on top of this. Then it doesn't really matter how slow it is. Well, maybe a little. If it takes like 10 minutes to come through, that's maybe less than ideal. Yeah. VPS, which is mostly sitting idle, and that's like $6 a month. I mean, the API that I'm paying for at the moment isn't that much. It's like 2-3 quid a month. So if it's less cost effective, then it doesn't matter. The software that makes Creature's mouth move is VTS Pog, and then I'm using 11 Labs. Yeah, because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 services that it supports. I don't even remember how this conversation started. I don't remember what problem we're trying to solve. What was the problem? We wanted to make Creature a lesbian. Oh, I haven't drawn the face. I used to say in Pogon 11 and I haven't gotten it to work for months, really? Wait, how come? What happens? I've had, hello Void, how are you? I've had issues with it before, but it just stopped working. I never figured out what's wrong. Oh. I've definitely had problems with it before. Like, I've had issues where the text doesn't, the actual, like, TTS doesn't come through, or Creature's mouth doesn't move, or, like, a whole wealth of things. But I have managed to find solutions for them. Unless it's just, like, straight up not connecting. My point being, I don't know if I'd be able to help, but if you do want to try to get it working again, I can see if it's any of the problems that I've had before. BTS Pog, like, is good for what it is, but it is a little jank sometimes. I found one of the native TTS and Mix It Up works well for Hemo, so they improve it in... Oh, okay. The fact that I stream late... So yeah, because, the only other person I know who used Mix It Up TTS was Kiri. Kiri often would stream late in the evening. It would normally be from like 7 o'clock-ish for like a few hours. And it was slow for Kiri as well. But again, it would vary like day to day. Maybe they have improved it. I should give it a try sometime. Although we did test it like a couple months ago and it was still slow. But that could also be because... oh, actually, no, that wouldn't be it. I was gonna say that might be the case because I was using the built-in, like, pitch shifting option, but Kiri wasn't. It's acting like it's out of credits or wrong API, but nothing I try brings it back. Oh, so it's like, hold on. I finished my coffee. It says voiceless failed to update, check API key. Oh, okay. I had that. And the problem was I was IP blocked. Unfortunately. Which might be the case for you. Are you doing the thing, where, like, if you're out of credits, you just swap to another API key? like another free one. Hello, people in chat. Today has been rough. To say today has been rough would be an understatement, but now I'm watching people and I hear tunic music, so I'm a little better now. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that, but every day a little better, okay? Every day a little better than the last. I hope the day picks up for you. Sorry I burped at the end of that. That was not part of the sentiment. That was because I chugged a cup of coffee. A delicious cup of decaf. I use responsive voice to mix it up and it worked well for a while, then for some reason stopped working. I would just get nothing. No error, yeah. Fucking trying to get anything to work on stream sometimes is incredible. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll have a look. I want to look more so out of curiosity. I don't really want to change Creature's voice at the moment. But I do want to see how good Mix It Up TTS is these days. Swapping early on, but I hadn't needed to swap in a long while before it stopped working. Oh, weird. Oh, interesting. Because that was how, that was how it happened for me in the first place. And, what fixed that was I just went for one of the paid tiers, which was only like, again, like $3 or something like that, and it gave me more characters as well, which was part of the problem. And then every time I tried to like cancel that subscription and go back to the free API key, it would go back to not working again, which, you know, little bit hey what gives. But at the time, like, I don't see why that would happen to you, because when I was doing it, I kept forgetting to save the API keys somewhere after I generated them, so I just generated new ones each time, and they caught on really fucking quick, which is, you know, fair play. Bum 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 bum. You ever had one of those days where it feels like the world is conspiring? Yeah, it happens though, doesn't it? I'm a little bit sluggish today. I'm a little bit sluggish today. But it's gotta happen, right? It's gotta happen sometimes. I don't know. I think 11 Labs a bit dodge anyway. Feels a bit dodge. But a lot of stuff do. Can I get an amen? Would just work for you then not at all 5 minutes later. Oh, that happens? That happens sometimes with Sunny and VTS POG. Like, sometimes it just won't do it. Which is, I hate when, like, the problems are so, like, inconsistent between people. You know? I mean, I guess a lot of this stuff is, like, either one person or a small team making this software, right? So it's, you're gonna get a variety of random ass shit that happens. Test it now and it works! And that the way. And that the way. And a lot of stuff like that tends to conflict with, hello Alvaro. Tends to conflict with, like, I don't know, other shit going on your computer. Like, if you had a random update or, like, your firewall or something like that. I don't know. Which I'm working on an emote today. Well, I got a few emotes to work on, but we're working on a little emote. Let me bring this up. Little emote of a fox jumping at the moment. Dum dum. Which this bare minimum I'd like to get done today. Do do do. Inconsistent and vague enough to be ungoogleable. Yes! Become ungoogleable. You know what? Like, okay, so I will say, for stuff like, there's a few programs where this is not the case. Like Mix It Up is good, and I think VTS Pog is also good for this. Actually, VTS Pog is for sure good for this. Let me like continue the setup first. In terms of like Googling or like bug support or stuff like that, a lot of these standalone apps are like or stuff like that tend to have discords, which me and Chester were complaining about this the other day, that like support forums just aren't a thing anymore. You gotta go into the fucking Discord and search for stuff, which I hate that. I kind of hate that. However, I will say some of the support I've had from some of these Discords has been really good. I can understand the convenience of it, but it is kind of a pain not being able to easily Google something. The support for VTS Pog is amazing, because the one time I did need help with something, the developer sent me a DM and was like, hey, you needed this, I made this thing. That was actually for the way Sunny's TTS animates, the way it was something to do with the way it pops up and the fact that it's 3 separate GIFs for 3 separate like states of like talking or idle or whatever. VTS Pog had like a few combinations of that in terms of like animating, like having like a PNG pet rather than a 3D one like I've got. But the combination that we wanted didn't exist, so I went into the Discord and I was like, hey, is this a thing? And the dev was like, hey, this wasn't a thing, so I made it. Here you go. And like made like a settings doc so you can change the timing of it and all of that, and I'm like, holy fuck, that's so good, that's amazing. So like VTS Pog, like the Discord is amazing for support with that program. Mix It Up is pretty good for support. Their Discord is pretty good. There was one time relatively recently, when was that? It was a few months ago. I went into the Discord for a this feels niche. I went into the Discord for a Unity shader that I use when I'm making VTuber models, because it's very in-depth, it's got a lot of versatility, and also I don't know how to use like 60% of it. I went into this Discord and I was like, hey, I'm trying to what was I trying to do? I was like, oh, I'm trying to have this texture be like a toggle. I've been doing it like this. I don't know how to do this with this shader. Is it possible? And someone replied and was like, you shouldn't be doing it the way that you're doing it, but yes, it is possible through this shader. And I went, great, can you tell me how? And they never responded. And that's happened multiple times in me going into this one Discord for this shader, and it pisses me off! It pisses me off, dude! Because, like, I don't fucking know, I'm not an expert on this shit. That's why I come to you, I don't know how to do all this. Reason why I refuse to update Mix It Up when it gives me a pop-up every time I open it. I know if I click update, everything will break. That is like, yeah, sometimes that does happen. Because, like, I remember, I think normally when that happens, they do put a big thing in the, like, update notes saying, by the way, with this update, you're going to need to reset this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it's obviously a lot more severe than other times, but yeah, I always get that, like, twinge of worry whenever I see, like, an update window. Honestly, anything that I use for streaming, if it comes up and says, hey, this needs an update, I'm like, you don't need it that urgently, though, do you? Be a random 7-year-old YouTube video with someone with a thick-ass accent. Yeah, right? I want someone with, like, the worst microphone in the world. And I want them to be like, if you gotta record it and you click on it and you do this. And the video's 2 minutes long. And all the comments are like, holy fuck, it worked for me. Thank you so much. And like worshipping this guy like a saint. That's what I want. That's what I want. Although I will say, like, I would, okay, while I would much rather there be easy solutions out there, easily accessible solutions, because that's still me learning something, right? I will say I have learned a lot trying to, excuse me, fix things myself over the years. Because sometimes you'll find, like, something that's sort of a solution to what you're experiencing, but not quite. There's just like a missing piece, and then you have to go and fill in that missing piece yourself. And it's satisfying and it's cool, but I would much rather the help was easily accessible, because then I'm still learning something and I don't waste more time than I need to. You know? Hey ho though, hey ho. We're all here to help each other is the good thing. The best part of all of this is that we're all mostly using the same or similar programs. And if one person has a problem, then there's a chance that someone else will be like, oh yeah, I had that. You just have to like da 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 da. There's always workarounds. I mean, this is just, you know, this just comes with having to use, quote unquote, having to use all these specific ass softwares in the first place. They're not real problems, but you know, this is the life we've built for ourselves. Hello, welcome to my tutorial. Hello, everybody. Yeah, for real. Albara, thank you very much for the streak. Thank you, thank you. What is that one song called that, like, every 2007? Like, every 2007 tutorial used to use? And listen to this music. Yeah, right, this is one of my on-repeats when I'm working. Oh, is it straight up called? Oh, okay, okay. Modern equivalent is finding a Reddit thread about the software issue, and then the poster just comments, never mind, fix it, without elaborating! Oh my god, I had that recently. I had that recently when I was trying to fix Two Worlds. Crazy shit. That... that almost pisses me off just as much, because, like, if they're making a post about it, surely they've tried searching and searching and have had no luck. And now they're passing on the curse. They're passing on the curse of Ra down the generations. Come on, man. Have a little foresight, have a little foreskin. That's why, when I fixed the Two Worlds thing, right, again, I fixed that by going into Squint's The Two Worlds Discord and scraping together a handful of different fixes and finding the right combination of things that worked for me. And
Zato09 sound system lyrics be like,
true. Very true. But yeah, when I like actually got a solution for that, because at that point I had made a thread in the Steam discussions being like, hey, does anyone else have this issue? Wait, I've talked about that before, but I am gonna reiterate it because that also was a total wind-up. When Two Worlds had this bug the other week where music and dialogue would no longer work, also the game got really stuttery. Other sounds would work, but the music and the dialogue would no longer work. And the game was also lagging as a result of it. I wasn't sure if it was a result of the same bug, but it was. But the game was also lagging because of it. I posted in the Steam like discussion about it. I was like, hey, has anybody else had this problem? And I put in my post, here is a list of things that I have tried. Okay. I said, I have reinstalled the game. I've verified the integrity of the files through Steam. I have updated all my drivers. I have set my speakers to stereo, because that's a problem with old games sometimes. I have done this, that, I've run it in compatibility mode. I've done this, that, and the other. I've made this big long list, right? And then I got a response back, and someone said, have you tried verifying this integrity of the files? And I was a good Samaritan, okay? I didn't say, read the fucking list. I said, yes. And they went, have you tried reinstalling the game? And again, like, I will thank myself for this when I am at the pearly gates of heaven and I am not shot down. But again, I went, yes. And then they linked me to, like, a couple other threads that they found of people experiencing this. And all of the solutions in those threads were stuff that were already on my list. I think anyway, it's been a couple weeks. And then I was like, I'm not replying to this dude anymore. Patient suffers. You gotta try it sometimes, right? Otherwise I'm no worse than them. No better than them, rather. So I went digging on my own. That's when I found there was a Two Worlds Discord, and I went in there, and there was a thread, like a pinned support thread that was like, experiencing sound issues, da-da-da-da-da, try this thing. And I tried that thing, and it worked. And I thought to myself, like, wow, I never would have found this if I didn't, like, you know, think to go into the Two Worlds Discord. So I went back to my my thread on Steam, and I said, hey, I just fixed this for anybody who has this issue in the first place, because I thought to myself, how many of these exact threads have I found where someone's like, never mind, fixed it, and they don't elaborate? I wrote in there, hey, for anybody who has this problem in the future, here's what you gotta do. You go to command prompt, you type this specific thing, and then let it update and restart your system, and it should work. And someone replied to that and said, if you're on Windows 11, you type this thing. And it was exactly the same as what I wrote. And I was like, you better thank your lucky stars that this is like a closed case for me. Because the replies I would be sending to you are like, it would be like catastrophic. I don't remember like my initial point of that. Oh yeah, so that was, I had that exact issue like a few weeks back when someone was just like, never mind, fixed it, and I never found out what. But it's fine, because I'm better than them. That's literally the face Kit was making. I think this was like, before we had closed on the house too, so I was like hollow that day. Paying the Etsy witches to curse them. God, that's a good idea. I should get an Etsy witch. How much are they going for these days? Do you think I can make a living as an Etsy witch? Streaming ever goes downhill. Bum, bum, bum. The burning fury of 1,000 white-hot suns. I just remember, like, I remember being mad. I remember being frustrated, but I think, like, the only thing I could say was, like, what's going on? I said, hey, what's going on? Shit's fucking crazy. Yeah, oh yeah, this was before we closed on the house, and while we were still dealing with our solicitor, who also was not reading anything we wrote, and I was beginning to think that I was the problem. I thought I was doing something like, was I speaking English? Dealing with the dear Poopy. Dear Poopy. Speaking of Poopy, she hasn't I mean, like, I kind of don't care at this point, but we did ask her to do something the other week and she hasn't done it, which is pretty par for the course, but I'm also indifferent to it now. She hasn't pooped, she hasn't. It's a problem. Dealing with Ploopy. Ploopy?! It's on Bleepo. It's because I read Bleepo first. Sopping wet beast. Poop has it for you. I've heard others say the same. I hope Poop has it for me. Cause Poopy doesn't. I hope someone came into this stream for the first time as I said that. Do you need Poop Max or is it on regular plan? Poop Premium? I think it's Poop Plus. Do you get to the Poop district very often? We poop posting today? I mean, I'm down. I'm down to poop post if you guys are. Sorry, I realize when I'm flicking to this frame you guys can't see what I'm looking at. I've got another window up on another screen. I'll have you know there's no poop. 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 Like a gibbon. I have that witch drive-through. I've gotten my orders made wrong so often from so many places. Oh my god, because we were saying Etsy witches earlier, I thought you were making a joke. I've had that with drive-throughs so often. My orders got made so wrong so often. So many places my partner thinks I have a curse on me. Chester's brother has this theory that if you eat at a restaurant, you would like 100% always get something wrong. It doesn't necessarily have to be the food, but just something goes wrong. It could be like so minute that obviously it doesn't matter, you don't even think about it, but like, he's pretty adamant that when you start like looking out for it, something always goes slightly wrong. Which I am under the impression we've been been with him for many meals now and nothing's gone wrong, but it's been a while since he's expressed that theory, so. Dracula flow. I'm obsessed with the witch drive-thru now. I thought you were doing a bit, you're like, oh my god, I went to the witch drive-thru and then got my order wrong again. I was pissed as hell, dude. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the curse you have on you, it's from the witches. It's from the witches at Witch Drive-Thru. Welcome to Scary Burger King. And what would you like to eat? Sorry to say, the ice cream machine is crack of thunder. Out of order! I'll have a McKegs with an extra curse sauce. Certainly. Do you want fries with that? Yeah. That's too bad! She just gets on a broom and flies away, and your food never arrives. Bum, bum, bum. That feels like a Shrek bit. Having a witch work at a drive-thru. That feels like something that's already been done in like Shrek 2 or something. They did have the drive-thru bit in Shrek 2. Why do I feel like the shape of the backboard changes a lot? Oh, it's because it does. LOL. LOL. Sorry, I'm still in scary mode. Sorry if I frightened you. Make so much effort to speak clearly, politely. I go as far as to learn the order each place has to punch stuff. Yeah, right? Man. That's a shame. I'm just gonna redraw these in the sketch. I don't think I get wrong orders that often. I guess like we get takeout like once a week. Hiya, frog! And it's normally from like one of 3 places, right? And we normally order the same thing each time. So there's not a lot of room to like fuck that up if you recognize like the name on the receipt. And you're just like, okay, it's these guys ordering the same like autism meal again. Although that said, the last time I got a wrong order was from one of the places that we normally order from. And I can't remember what... Oh, you know what? I don't even think it was that deep. Like, it was from the pizza place that we normally get from. I think it was something like... I ordered a stuffed crust and they didn't give me stuffed crust. Or they gave me a weird one, like hot dog stuffed crust, which is vile. It was something like that. It wasn't even like the whole thing. That looks weird. These look odd. I mean, you're only gonna see this for a split second, but I want it to look at least remotely correct. The stuffed crust was on mine. Oh, that was it, yeah. Yeah. All it takes is someone new to be on shift, or just something happening, right? Yeah, true. In which case, we've probably been very lucky to get as many consistently correct orders as we have been. But for it to happen like every time you order something, that's crazy. Like if you order a large hot coffee with oat milk and they come back and say, did you want that hot? It's because hot/ice is the last thing they have to punch in, so I change up. Oh, right. Change up how I say my order. I know it sounds insane, but my orders get... Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's clever, actually. You just reminded me of, where were we? Oh, we were at an airport, like, when was that, like November or something? And I was getting something from like a Pret or whatever before we got on the plane. And I got a couple things and I was getting it ringed up, and the woman behind the woman at the counter was like chatting to one of her co-workers, like while she was like ringing my stuff up, and she was like, do you want a bag? And I said, no thank you. And then she's like chatting away, nah, she like charges it, you know, brings it up on the card machine. She's like, oh sorry, did you want a bag? And I went, no thank you. And I paid, and she put everything in a bag and then just handed it to me, and I went. So like that was funnier to me, because I think like there's a, even if you're like tuned out, if someone says like, oh, large hot coffee with oat milk, it's, I think, easy to miss the detail of hot and then have to ask again, right? But if you say to someone like, do you want a bag? And they say the options are no thanks and yes please, I feel like even if you just remember the thanks or the please, you can tell what they said, right? I think she asked me once more, actually. I think she asked me 3 times, like, do you want a bag? And I'm like, no, please, no, thank you. And she just gave me, just put all my shit in a bag. I'm like, this isn't the end of the world, but it's a little funny. It's a little funny, you gotta laugh. The recipe had stuffed crust in between 2 pizzas. True. Take it, please, we have too many! But mine first, then, so that the stuffed crust is always at the bottom. Oh, wow! So thoughtful. So thoughtful. Yeah, see, that's similar to what Tortle does. You gotta think about how they'll read it on the receipt. Which I think is fair dues, like, you know, it's one thing if, like, you have a terrible experience, like, with someone serving you or whatever, but, like, someone doing your takeout or whatever, making a mistake, but they're, like, otherwise, you know, timely and polite about it, and otherwise is okay. There's like, that's nothing really to knock. That's nothing really to knock. I think it's good to think of ways to like, you know, make it easier. Yeah, though she was hinting. Please take the bag. A lot of time you go on autopilot. Yeah, totally, totally. Absolutely, tootly.
Pew 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 pew.
Mew mew mew. Do 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 do. Yeah, which is why I'm not mad about that woman giving me a bag when I said 3 times I didn't want one, but it is a little funny. Also, actually, in terms of, like, the way you order a receipt, I guess there's nothing I could have done in that situation other than answer her question multiple times. Which, you know, she seemed like she was having a good time, so I'm not exactly gonna blow up over a paper bag. I'm trying to think. I think there has been at least one time where I've ordered from somewhere and I've gotten just something completely different, but that's just a case of, like, your order gets mixed up with someone else's, right? And not that they misread your order so badly that they've given you, you know, you order like a cheese pizza and they give you like a fucking turkey hamburger or something. And you're like, well, I guess I'm eating this now. I think, like, that's happened maybe like once or twice in my life where I've just gotten someone else's order. Excuse me. There was something, I was thinking about this recently actually, but I couldn't remember the specifics. One of the last times I was at a convention, we ordered food. We ordered like Wagamama or something, and something happened with that. I think the delivery guy spilt literally all of our food or something like that. And then that one I remember getting a bit annoyed at because I think like we were trying to sort it and the delivery guy was... I seem to remember like acting like it wasn't his problem. I can't quite remember though, so don't take my word for that. But it was something that was clearly his fault because it was, you know, it fucked up in transit. So it's like, at that point, come on, man. Give us something. I think we got a refund for that, actually. I'm pretty sure we did. But also, of all types of food to be fucked up in transit, like, 3 bowls of ramen and, like, a miso soup is probably up there as one of the worst. Probably... not the best in the lucky dip of fucked up food orders. I'm very thankful that we haven't had a situation of like... I've been thinking about this recently. I think just the screenshot cropped up again recently. You know, like those pictures of the people send where they're like, what the fuck wrong with my DoorDash driver? And it'll be like a text chain where the guy was like, sorry, I was hungry, and then like a big bite out of a hamburger. And the dude's like, what the fuck, man? Yeah. Could always be worse. Could be way worse. Wow, I just stopped drawing these sketches like halfway through, didn't I? Basted, valid. Get paid to draw, doesn't draw. Yeah. Mostly ended up with someone else's order, but I've had my meal stolen by the drivers before. What the hell? That feels crazy because surely it's so traceable. I mean, you're not gonna like, you know, if he's gobbled the whole thing up by the time like their boss gets to them and is like, hey, did you eat this person's meal? Like, if all the evidence has been disposed of by that point, then you don't exactly have proof, but at the same time it feels like one of the more traceable problems to have. If you get like the notification that your food has been picked up and then the food never arrives, it kind of feels like there's one suspect there. They drove to my place, took a picture of it. Took a picture of it. Close enough. Took a picture of it out the front of my address, but not on my door like usual. I went out to grab it within a minute of getting the text and it was gone. Oh my god! That's despicable! Mate. Did you at least get like your money back for that? Fucking snatched it and ran. That's awful. That's... Got a credit for that one? Okay, that's not so bad, I guess. But like at that point, even if you do get money back, you're already hungry and you're pissed off because someone stole your food. Now you gotta order more food. I think probably the most pissed off you can feel about like something going wrong to the point where you have to like talk to customer service. I think one of the worst situations is probably something food related, right? Because if you're already hungry, you're gonna be like, excuse me, that was weird. That was the worst sound. You're gonna be like 3 times pissed off. My roommate had that happen with Deliveroo, that sucks. They didn't even refund him, what the hell? What the fuck? Why? Could they just like not prove it or what? At that point, like if you're a big ass company like Deliveroo and one person is like, hey, my food got stolen, just fucking refund them, dude. That sucks. I gotta win them extra and get copy, but yeah, right? Yeah. Already like calls for being pissed off. Excuse me. Someone in support thinks you're lying to get a discount or refund, then they'll not refer. Yeah, I understand that, but like, and then if you contact support again, they won't respond. Oh, I didn't know that. But like, I am certain there are people out there who will like, you know, get their food and then contact support and be like, yeah, the food's not there just for the sake of getting the money back. But like, it ain't fair to assume that off the bat about someone. I think you can assume like, well, I don't know actually, because I've never done it myself, but like I would assume if you've done that once, you might have a track record of doing it. Just the first person didn't trust him. That sucks. That's so suck. Dog shit. Dog shit customer support.
Dum 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 dum.
I think, like, you know, even if somebody is doing that, if it's the first time somebody's done it, give them the benefit of the doubt. If it's the second time it's happened, okay, maybe, like, I don't know, how many orders have they had in between that, you know? How many, like, okay, no complaints here orders have they had in between that? If it's like the fifth time, then okay, maybe either there's something, like, terribly wrong with that driver, or maybe then consider blocking that person. Maybe not at the 5. 5 is a little bit extreme. But like the first time, that sucks. Someone with presumably zero history of contacting the customer support before that. Crazy. Crazy. Insane. Blows. Actually, the last time we had to contact customer support was Uber. We actually did get a refund for that, but it was... I'd argue it wasn't super worth it. It was like a £6 journey, but we did get a refund for it. But the thing is, like... actually, no, the more I relive it, the more it was worth it. The Uber driver dropped us off, like, 2 miles down the road from where we needed to be. And we didn't realize till we got out of the car. And he had driven off already, and we were like, this kind of looks like the area, but I don't know which direction we go. Then we brought up Google Maps, and it was like, yeah, this is like a 45-minute walk away, and we're like, okay. That was pretty bad. I think the worst part, like, to be fair, like, the person Chester spoke to, like, in customer support about that was, pretty good, and we kind of didn't have many issues getting the refund or, like, getting through to someone. The one thing that was annoying was, when he was, like, answering questions on the phone, the person on the phone was like, okay, so what's the problem? And Chester was like, well, our Uber driver just dropped us off like 2 miles away from where we told him to put us. And the person on the phone was like, it says here you were dropped off at this location, though. And Chester's like, well, that's not true, or else I wouldn't be calling. Like a fucking... Did I talk about that? I must have talked about it. Oh, I think I did talk about this because I think I had this phone call during stream, so I think I was on BRB for like 10 minutes, but when we were talking to her, hate to bring her up again, love to bring her up again, when we were talking to our solicitor about like actually closing for the house, and whoa! Fog, hello! Oh my god, hi! Wait, let me get this up. Hello, gremlins! Welcome in! Hello, and happy Thursday to you all. I hope you're well. If we haven't met before, I'm Kip. I use they, their pronouns, and I'm a variety streamer, and an illustrator, and a 3D artist. And I'm working on some commissions today. I've got some animated emotes to work on, so we're chipping away at those today. And I'm working on a cute little cute little jumpy fox. Cute little sweet jumpy fox. And we're just kind of chilling today because I'm a little bit groggy, I'm a little bit tired. We've been doing a lot of housework and DIY stuff around doing work, so it's a little sleepy. It's kind of catching up to me a little bit, but you know what, we're cooking. We're talking about I swear it's more interesting than it sounds. We're talking about terrible customer service experiences. But welcome in. Hello Vampire Prince, hello Bunnies, hello RV, welcome in, and of course hello Fog. What'd you get up to today? What did you do on stream? Please tell me all about it. But if any of you do need to raid and run, please do prioritize that and take care of yourself. But if you want to stay and hang out, we would love to have you here. Had to end early because nothing was working. Safely give animations. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. I hope you can get some. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. I really feel you there. It'll get fixed. It'll be fixed, and it'll all be good for the next time. Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy. I know it's frustrating. Customer service. Oh right, that's what I was saying. Yeah, reminds me of yeah, confirming the date. Oh my god. So when we were we just closed on a house, by the way, which is the aforementioned DIY. But before we were doing that, we had to talk to our terrible solicitor who messaged us one day saying, the vendors can't do this date, would you be happy to close on this date instead? And we said yes. We are good to close on that date. And then like a week later, she sent a message saying, just want to confirm that you are okay to close on this date. And we sent her a message saying, yeah, we've already said this. We'd like to close on this date. And then she rang me up. This was the day that she rang me up and I missed the call because my phone froze or something like that. But then when I rang back, I went through like 6 different people who every time I got put on with a new person, they were like, hello, what can I do? And I'd be like, I'm returning a missed call. And they'd be like, what's the first line of the address? And I went and I had that exact conversation with like 6 different people before I got through to her. But when we eventually got through to her, she was like, yeah, I just wanted to confirm that this is okay for the closing date. And we were like, yeah, yes, what? Yeah, we've already confirmed this. And she was like, no, you confirmed the other date that we ended up not being able to do, but this is a different date. And we went, yeah, we confirmed that on the same date that we were talking about the other date. And you sent a message today that we just confirmed as well. And she went, well, okay, I can only see the message that you sent today, but that's only just sent now. And we went, no, that's just a lie. You are just lying to us. We were like, we sent you a message the other day. And she was like, I don't think so. And it's like, I didn't ask what you thought. I'm telling you an honest to God fact because I was there. Yeah, she's not good at her job. She was not good at her job. Thank God the whole thing's over. That's insane. Yeah, she's something else. That was one of her many crimes, I assure you. One of her many crimes. Which we did realize. I think it was that day actually that when she initially said like, hey, can you do this date for close? And we said yes. In the same message we said yes, we had also been like, oh, by the way, you've given us this form to sign, but we're not sure where to sign. Do we sign here in this box? And Chester had attached a photograph of the paperwork with a red circle outlining, like circled around the area we were talking about. And she replied to it and said, what did she say again? She said like, you need to sign this box on the front. And Chester was like, there is no box on the front. And then she replied and said, I've just had a look at it. Yeah, please sign in the area that you've highlighted. And it's like, so you didn't read that message. So you flat out did not read that message, that initial message that we sent. And it's like, it's just, like, first line of the address, it was endless. It was absolutely endless. Yeah. there was some very, very long weeks surrounding the purchase of this house. I hope to God she asks for a review, because we've got one, like, ready and loaded in the chamber. Chester wrote one out, I think, like, the day we got that phone call. We're fucking ready. Not paid enough to read. See, like, here's the theory, right? We paid the solicitors initially when the whole process started, right? And then you don't have to pay them again. Like, I don't know. I think there was a fee at the very end, but aside from that, there wasn't much more to it. And my mum was like, maybe that's why. Maybe it's because she knows she's not getting any more money out of you. What program are you using? Oh, this is Clip Studio. Clip Studio EX. Capture card. Proximal crashing and refusing to die, even with Task Manager and Handcam refusing to connect properly. Oh no. I get problems like that specifically with webcams. Webcams seem to make computers really sad. I always seem to have issues the rare occasions I do something like handcam wise. OBS is always like, oh, I don't want to do this. But that's probably because I'm running two webcams, right? One for the model and one for the hands.
Dun dun dun.
I don't like the shape of that orb. Need to learn that. Yeah. IVX for this year, but been so busy. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I will say, I felt like I had a little bit of it felt like there was a little bit of a learning curve with the animation software, but I love it. I really love it now. It feels very very seamless now that I'm adjusted to it. Very smooth. Actually, it's very good and convenient. I think there are a couple things I would like from it, but it is very good. Very top tier. Abandoned computer, live in woods, real and based. I'd love to. Anything that's Toon Boom Harmony scares me. I haven't used Toon Boom. I've heard good things though. That's like industry standard, isn't it? Yeah, Clip is way cheaper. And it's like, if you get like this version of it, it's just like one purchase. Because I know they have like a subscription model now for one of the versions, but the one I'm using is just single purchase. If they still do that. I think they still do that. And they always have sales! I actually think they have a sale on right now. Yeah, Clip Studio good. Clip good. And the heaps of, like... community-made brushes and textures and stuff. It's so good. TV Paint, yeah. Moho, Sprite Pro, and Adobe. Adobe. Ugh. Yeah, I know TV Paint as well, and Moho, I think.
Pew, 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 pew.
I think I was gonna try to learn Toon Boom at some point, and then I upgraded Clip instead. That was a very long time ago, and I never looked back. I think Toon Boom, you know, anything that's like industry standard is probably still better off, but because I'm mostly illustrating and I mean, I obviously do animate, but not as much as I'm drawing. Clip probably suits me better.
Ah,
Hello, Rin! Happy Thursday. How you doing? Hello, hello! How are you? This frame's a little wonky, but... Fuck it, we will. I had Toon Boom and no art program for a while, so I was treating frames like pages to draw on. That's kind of sweet. How long do we have an ad? 24 minutes, but I have to pay now! I might do that. I might go pish myself. Hey, if you need to get up and get a drink or a snack or move around or anything like that, now's a good time! I'm only gonna be gone like a minute or two, but I go pee, okay? I go pee, I BRB. Woo! Mamma mia, Papa Pia. Fuck, thank you for the 50 bits. Thank you, thank you. Told you I'd be quick. I'm the fastest pisser in the West. Okay, let me see. Let me clean my glasses, actually. Smudgely. Welcome back. Oh, thank you. I accidentally learned vector art. I thought it said Velcro art for a second. Vector art, good. It's very useful. Very, very useful. Oh, that's make them smudgier, if anything. Hold on. What a creature to serenade me. He's got a beautiful voice, doesn't he? Do 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 do. Oh, I need to text my mother, actually. One moment, please. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's get my gay little drawing glove back on. And let's do some gay little drawings. Bum, bum, bum. Drawings for gay people. Gaypeopledrawings.com. Where we're gay. Thought it was difficult because I couldn't understand Illustrator. It turns out it's Illustrator's fault. Yeah, Illustrator's a bit whole. I haven't used it a lot. I only used it like a touch when I was in uni, I think. But yeah, I was kind of in a similar boat for a bit. If you draw, it's gonna be no, true though. Vectors, yeah, vectors. I fear no painting. That thing Vectors. It scares me. No, vectors are very frightening. Too many layers and control points going on there. What the hell are they doing with all of those? I don't need all of that. I need a pen tablet at a good time. Him butt twist around a lot. This is a weird frame. Looks kind of choppy, but that's okay.
Bum, 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 bum.
I get that impression a little bit, with the... Actually, no, I was gonna say with something in Clip, but then I realized it's vectors. Because I've tried using them a touch for, like a couple comic things, but it was peeing me off too much. Because I was trying to use them for, making, like, the speech bubbles and stuff, but... like, it was winding me up too much. And Clip also has its own, like, built-in speech bubble tool thing, but that was pissing me off just as much. I just hand-drawn them. Yeah, that's literally gonna be one frame, so it doesn't matter if it looks bad. Well, I don't want it to look terrible, but... One more movie! In time, in time. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba da ba. That looks strange. Picking Bimap over Vector. I'm here for a long time and not a good time. Somehow it's, said with all the joy possible. Glad you actually get the time. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trucking with it, as long as I can. I'm actually, like, because I've, like, kind of fleshed out everything in chapter 1, at least. And have like a good routine with drawing it. What I'm kind of doing... Oh, thanks, yeah, good idea. What I'm kind of doing at the moment is, seeing how easy it is to work commissions into my schedule alongside of it. Which I guess I've been doing like a little bit over the past couple months. But yeah, I mean, I've been experimenting with, this week with bigger commissions alongside of it too, which, because I opened up a slot for a animated overlay, which we'll probably work on next week, but I want to see how long that takes me to do. I guess also, to be fair, we're thinking of house stuff as well, so it's probably a little busier than it would be, but I'll at least see how long that takes me, and maybe think about opening up bigger commissions more regularly alongside making Vessel too, because yeah, I wanna work on Vessel as long as I can, but the only factor that's really controlling that is making money, I suppose. So like, I'm obviously gonna do it as much as I can, but if there comes a point where I need to like put it on pause while I do like more, like focus on commission work for a little more, that's always an option, but we give it a go. But yeah, at the moment it feels good. It feels nice to be able to work on it. And actually put it out there. It's very cool, it's very fun. Which reminds me a couple things actually. Speaking of commissions. Where is it? There you go. There's the VGen. If you guys want to follow the VGen, but also in the Discord we have a bunch of roles for specific kinds of notifications. One of them being commission updates, so any little like slot openings and stuff, I normally tag the commission updates tag and let them know as well. There's a handful of ways to get notified. And also, actually, you guys can support Vessel directly if you like, and read it early. Read it like a month early. Yeah, what page is the Ko-fi up to? Let me find out. Yeah, because the Ko-fi's up to page 21 at the moment. There's a big chunk more pages up on there as well. I should check if VJ's still invited. Oh, for artists? I think it is. But if you want an artist code, I think I have a handful sitting around that I'm just not using. So you're welcome to take one of them if you need it. Have a look. Yeah, I've got a bunch. You've never get early access, I will speed through it like a train. It's sweet. Yeah, of course. Okay, one sec. Hello, Hoons, welcome in. Welcome. Oh, that's that's a cute emote. So smooth, hypnotic. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Hold on a sec. There you are. I'll message you on Discord with a code. Boop. Oh, I almost just posted that in the Discord. There we go. Okay, that should work, hopefully. Thumbs up emoji. Yeah, I've got a handful that I've just not used. I think I've only used like 2 of them so far, and they give you a bunch. Not at all due to any avian. I'm excited for him to show up. It's gonna be a real hot minute. It's gonna be a real hot minute, but he's out there. Waiting. Watching. By the time he shows up, we'll all have forgotten. We'll all have forgotten we were waiting for him, and then BAM! He'll catch you off guard.
Ah,
Hiya, Reese. Happy Thursday. How's it cooking? scooch that in. Makes your pores smaller. And a happy Fryant Thursday to one and all.
Bum, 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 bum.
Cool. Okay. Oh, hold on, I'm missing a bit of flumph. Okay. 2 more frames.
Dun, 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 dun.
Excuse me. Aw, that lore. That's nice. That's sweet. Doing good. I've been stuck in waiting for email. Hell, I hate that. Longer than I'd like to be, but good nonetheless. That's awful. Any sort of waiting hell, it makes you like incapable of doing anything else. How you been? I'm not bad. I'm not bad. We're very busy with house stuff and like doing work at the same time, and I think it's like catching up to me today a little bit. I was kind of okay this morning, and then the closer it got to the middle of the day, I was like, man, I just can't be fucked, you know? But we're good.
Hello.
We are doing stuff. Hiya, Link! Link! Claudia came home! I forgot to send you a picture. It wasn't on stream, though. It was, when I was playing in the evening. I did build one of, like, the doghouse-looking huts to put him in, but he said he was too big. So I built him, like, a little swamp. We'll play next week, and I'll show you. I'm right there with you, yeah. The day of all time. He is big. You know what? He's a big boy. He is a big boy. I'll give him that. I thought he would fit in the little hut, but he was insistent he wouldn't, which is very fair. He's a big dog. Yeah, I can't believe it either. The regional one too, the regional variation. I was like, what the fuck? That was like the first regional I had seen. I was like, what the hell? I didn't realize this was an option. Crazy. Have been able to start PhD. I've been trying to start since November because I'm just waiting for responses to email. What the fuck? You'd think, like, there'd be a sense of urgency. You'd think, like, you know, someone up top would be like, hey, maybe we should get something like this rolling, get something like this cooking, but I don't know, I mean, like, this is the shit we were talking about earlier, wasn't it, where some people just kind of live in their own world. Clodsai, yeah, Clodsai's in there. I did take a screenshot, but you know what? We're absolutely playing again next week, so I'll show you then. I'll show you then. But I built him like a little marsh, since he wouldn't fit in his doghouse. Sponsors from academia have been completely horseshit, always, haven't they? Yeah, true. Very true. Not actually any urgency on their end, I think, because PhD don't correlate to uni semesters or anything. That's odd. But you'd still think, like, someone's got an interest in doing that. You'd think they'd be interested in having a timely response. But I don't know. Gotta put screenshots of them in my Cloddy binder. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. In which case, I'll get you some really nice pictures. I'll get you some very good ones. I'm also, I also started building out... Oh, well, I guess I started building that on stream, right? The little farm I was making. I actually finished the greenhouse. I got glass for that. But I'm also building like a little cottage to go next to it so that I can put the Bulbasaur line there. I could put Mimar Venusaur in there. Graduation internships are a bit loosey-goosey here, so they take 8 years to respond to emails. It's always like, the further, like the higher up you go in education, the the less formal communication gets between like your peers and stuff. Because like, I don't know, I mean primary school they talk to you like a kid because you're a little kid, and secondary school, I mean you're still a little kid, but they give you the whole like, oh, when you're wearing your school uniform now you gotta act good and proper because this is how you'll have to be in the real world when you get out of here. And you get to 6th form or like college or whatever, and they're like, you know, listen, you guys are what, like 17 now? I know you've heard us swear. I'm not gonna hold back. Call me by my first name. We're chill here. And you get to uni and you turn up to a lecture at like 8 AM and then you get an email at like 8:23 from the person who's supposed to be hosting the lecture, and they're like, not coming in today, sent from my iPhone. Only secondary school cared about that. What the fuck was up with that? So funny. That's such a universal experience too. Which, to be fair, I think that is like a smart thing to do if you're wrangling a bunch of like 11 to 15 year olds, 11 to 16 year olds. You want control there. 6th form, college, whatever. Like, you want control there, but, you know, they're old enough to maybe know a little bit better. So, you know, you can be a little bit lax. I think it does make sense to, you know, as much of a ball ache as it was wearing the uniform and all that in secondary school, be like, okay, everybody be proper now. They did not. Oh yeah. Oh no, they don't have control. But I understand the I understand the thought behind it. That's formal communication between you and two isn't like, yeah, right? Yeah. Higher education won't stand for it. Yeah. They say so many things. They say so many things. They also say stuff, I know we talked about this before, but they also say stuff like, when you're older, you're not gonna have a calculator with you everywhere you go. Brother, do we? Brother, do we? We have a computer with us everywhere we go. We have a tiny little computer with us everywhere you go, and you can just, like, get it out your pocket and start playing RuneScape. Anywhere in the world. Isn't that crazy? One of my favorite uni memories will always be my professor coming in and going, hey, I'm normally available for questions on the weekends, but the new Yakuza came out, so I'm gonna be unavailable. Real and based. Yeah, it was uni in particular, like... I was gonna say, like, oh, we did have a, I think abnormally high amount of younger lecturers, but I don't know if that's true. We did have a handful. We did have a handful who like studied the course that we were studying, who then went on to teach there, like not too long after they graduated. But everybody else was a lot older, and they were all like that. It's good shit, man. All my professors are my age. It's something else. That ain't proper. Having like 2 of them on our course was fine because then we still had all the other ones to like, you know, be teachers. But no more than that. Uni gives no fucks as long as you don't cheat and pass your modules, not an asshole. Yeah, true. Very, very true. And you know what? That's a-okay. Squamch. The squasher. This is him, the drumstick squashy. Two lecturers that joined recently are around my age, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I went to uni at, like, starting at, I almost said 21, but that's when you end, typically. I started at 18, so like, you know, typically the soonest you go to uni. I think the lecturers who were like former students were like, I don't think they were 21, I think they were still like early 20s. I don't think it had been too long since they started teaching. They would like still you know, a lot closer to age in us than the other lecturers. We did have like a couple people on our course who came to uni a bit later, so we had someone who I think was like late 20s. And at that point I think like, I wonder what it must have felt like being older than some of your teachers. You know? Choice being a mature too. Honestly, like I kind of wish everybody went to uni later. 18 is way too early to decide what to do with your life. And that one person I was just talking about, the one who was, I think, like late 20s when she came to uni, I always felt like I had so much respect for her because she was always so calm and cool and just dignified. And it turns out she, you know, she was just a bit more mature because she wasn't 18. It is weird. It is weird that a lot of, you know, most people will go to uni at 18 because that's a baby. 18 through 21 is a baby. That's a baby still. I think the earliest you should go to uni should be like 25 or something. That's still kind of a baby. Yeah, kind of a big deal. Absolutely agree. Not to mention that, like, me at 25 being really sure about being there, being teamed up with a 19-year-old who kind of doesn't want to be there as a fucking bummer. Yeah, for sure! That's a crazy dynamic, right? My mum went to— oh, hi, Kyle! To the Nyan Cat. The Nyan Cat thing? What's the Nyan Cat thing?
Kyle's in 96 just subscribed. Do the Nyan Cat thing, mage male sign on arrow top sign.
Hags on top! Kyle, thanks so much for 56 months! Thank you. How are you doing today? What is the Nyan Cat? I remember Nyan Cat, yeah, but like, if I were to do the Nyan Cat thing, what would I do is what I mean. I know him well. And he goes through the sky and he's like, do you mean just sing the song? My mom went to uni when I was in high school. She was way chill with the professors and talked to them about general stuff way more. Yeah! Actually, yeah, that's a nice dynamic to have, right? Yeah, with the cat. What cat? Oh, this is a fox. Sorry, it's gonna be easier to tell when there's colors on it, but... I talked many a student into taking a gap year. I love a gap year. Love me a gap year. Always remember the highs and lows that are high school football. Started at 18, didn't graduate till I was 24. Does that count? I mean, kind of, right? There's definitely, like, you definitely gain more maturity there than the people who graduated earlier, right? Also, like, anybody here, like, I will reiterate also, obviously don't give, you know, a lot of personal detail about yourself here. But just out of general curiosity, like, is anybody here, like, gone to uni, gotten a degree, and then been like, I want to work in exactly what this degree has given me. You know? Like I did, I learned 3D at uni, right? Which obviously I use to make VTuber models and stuff now. I do not want to work in the games industry, which is what we would train for. I do not want to do that. You did that? Oh, okay. Oh, Kyle, thank you so much for the streak. Thank you. Okay. The size of the tail changes very drastically. I gotta change that. Technically and kinda. Oh, okay, alright. Just wanted to animate, didn't care for 2D, 3D. Oh, gotcha. Maybe it was just my course then. Alright. Not at first, like I did youth work and then was like, nah. Then when older, went to do engineer. Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of, and I mean, I didn't start using 3D again until I started, like, doing stream and, like, VTubing stuff, which was, like, what, like 5 years ago or something like that? Which, I'm not gonna say too many numbers because I don't want to say how old I am or when I graduated, but, like, I graduated and I didn't use 3D for a really long time because I was like, I do not want to work in games. I don't want to work in the games industry. These days, I'm like, I can make a game and it'd be fun. I do not want to work in the games industry. Happy 10th birthday, Carl. And then, like, it wasn't until, like, ages later that I actually started using that for, VTubing and stuff like that. But, like, I wouldn't say that I'm using my degree for its intended purposes, right? Because we were taught, like, obviously how to do 3D, but also how to work in, like, a, you know, games industry and, like, games industry environments and stuff like that. So at least I'm using the skills. I am glad I'm using the skills. daskills.com. Wanted to do a master's but couldn't afford it. I could not have gotten out of there quicker, TBH. It might just be my course, to be honest. I think, well, to be fair, I do have a lot of friends who went to work in industry and still do. But there weren't, I don't know what it's like now, but there weren't a lot of courses offering, like, game design when I went to uni. It was like you could count them on one hand or something. So, you know, if you you know, you did that course and it was shit and it's like you really don't have any other option. Could also maybe do with, like, undiagnosed ADHD. I was gonna drop an absolute fucking bombshell, but I don't want to say it on stream. No, some of the bad experience at uni was not to do with that. Okay. I will DM you though, because it's really funny. One sec. I gotta get this out of me or else I'm just gonna forget. Hold on. No repeating any of this. You know that, but okay, alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't want to take, like, any more tangents for you know, private message purposes. I do apologize, but it was this is too heavy of a bombshell. Okay. But yeah, no, to put it to put it lightly, obviously I think I did struggle, like, you know, being undiagnosed ADHD in uni, but it was more so, to put it lightly, it was more so with, like, number one, how the course was managed, but also the, some of the people surrounding it. It did not make for a good experience, I think. Well, to be fair, I think some people had a good time, but I think a lot of people, from what I recall talking to people around when we graduated, there were a lot of people who had similar opinions of like, yeah, this was a fucking shit show. It was not cool. It was not cool. But to be honest, like, part of that, a little bit of that is because I think not a lot of places were offering that as a course when I went to uni, and also because of the aspect of it sort of being like an art course as well. And to be fair, a lot of this might have changed, and I hope to God it's changed, but a lot of art courses kind of feel like scams. A lot of art schools feel like total scams. Uni's so variable based on just who you interacted with. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And whether that's like, you know, another like classmate or something, or like a lecturer, it can wildly change the experience. Yeah. Academic institutions can be very sneaky. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So like, I'm glad. I'm very glad for what I learned. Because I am actually using those skills now, but yeah, the thing is, as a whole, it was not good. It was not great. So anyway, back to my original point. I am very glad that there seems to be a good handful of you in chat who have gotten a degree and are like, yeah, I want to set out with a job in mind for this, you know, with this specific skill. That's good. That's a really good sign, because that was what I was saying earlier about you know, 18 being too young to like start going to uni. I still very much stand by that. It's just nice, you know, to hear that it's not all like you go to uni for this specific thing and you're like, actually this does not seem to tickle the pickle. To be fair, actually part of that for me and a lot of my friends actually was the state of the games industry. And to be honest, the state the games industry is still in. It's disgusting. I don't want to go there. I don't want to work there. Yeah, a lot of variables to it, but uni was mid is the short of that. Official in-person uni courses are mostly good for networking and entry to industry conventions and events. Yeah. Except my classmates were all chill. Yeah, that's another, yeah. I like to make games, but only in very specific circumstances. Yeah! Otherwise, I want to stay in IT, looking for traineeships into different IT Yeah, that's a good, that's good thinking. That's very good thinking. I'm kind of similar, where I'm like, now at least, I'm like, yeah, I mean, making a game that might, oh, I guess that song's over. Okay. What's my next one? I'm like, yeah, making a game would be fun, but only under specific circumstances, you know? I want the team to be me and Chester. And I want it to be one of our ideas, because we have some bangers. Because between us, we could make a whole game. That would be fun. That would be very fun. Let me get this reference in so I can color pick. Oh yeah, this is a vibe banger. I always wanted to make like a creature equivalent of the vibe emote, but nothing beats it. Nothing beats it. It's also so smooth and I don't want to draw all those frames.
Bum, ba-da-bum.
A like to work on a game, but I wouldn't like to make a game. Oh, you're looking for the Molyneux package. Right this way, sir, right this way. No, that does make sense, though. That does make sense. Thankful I can use my degree when I graduate. Sevel it! Yeah, that's another thing. Another thing, yeah. It's good when you have, like, transferable skill like that. Very good. Actually, I didn't check the adjusted line art. Yeah, that's good. I like that. This one... Oh? Squirrel just ran across the roof. That was really loud. Amount of people online I see did architecture when they want to be illustrators or animators. Steered me away from picking a degree I didn't want to use like that. Whoa. Games company also, they're so fucking good. Anytime I have anyone else experience, I'm horrified. I think like being in indie spaces is definitely a lot better off, right? Actually, what I'm gonna make an extra frame here. Just one where the tail moves a bit more. Yeah, I think being in indie spaces, I mean, there's obviously a lot of... Wherever you go, there might be bad games industry spaces, but I think that's more common in, like, bigger, like, AAA spaces. Indie teams, you know, because they're smaller and probably more passionate. More... What's a good word for it? I don't know. The group of people working on the game is a lot less diluted by weirdos. I think you're less likely to have a shitty situation in like an indie studio or working with a small team. In it for the love, yeah. In it for the love, not for the money. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Less bureaucracy. Yeah. You're right. You alright. You alright! Wasn't indie, but was VR, so not AAA. Ah! We thought ourselves the VR equivalent of a AAA. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. And good, too. I am happy to hear that. No worries, Link. Oh, my hand freaking out. Please. Whoops, 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 whoops. So I for VR a decade ago, then Meta bought Oculus, yeah. It's a shame that there's still a lot of VR games that are kind of just do cool things in a room for a bit. Yeah, this is a bop. There's no song command because I'm listening to this through YouTube, but there you go. Yeah, I feel like there's not enough. Well, I don't know actually because I haven't really played anything VR in a while, but it feels like the majority of VR stuff is like that at the moment. And I mean, that's just technical limitations, which is more than understandable, but yeah, I don't know. I guess you do have stuff like Skyrim in VR and stuff. There's a handful of things like that now. You want a neat 1920s FPS shooter VR game? Let me know. I have a recommendation with zero bias. Oh, maybe. I haven't set up VR in a good while. I mostly used it when I did use it for like streaming because it was good with, I can't remember the software name now, but it was a sort of VR chat adjacent, but it was just easier for me to upload my model, and it had easier access to like customizable private spaces. But I used the private spaces. I used something like that just to like dick around with for a bit and have like a sort of pseudo just chatting stream, which is kind of cool. It's fun. It is fun. But also I get terribly motion sick, and it takes me like a good while to adjust to VR when I do use it, and I haven't used it in such a long time that I would have to go through that adjustment period again, which isn't the worst thing, but hey, you got the cow print, hell yeah. Whoops, oh, I got like none of that. Okay, let's grab these two colors. Let's muddy up your pores, shall we? God, Lamos, do you really do? Yeah, it does go crazy, doesn't it? It's so good. I've actually got 2 tabs open with extended version of Cult of the Lamb songs, because I'm like, both of these are really good. Actually, I'll do the white later. Let's just focus on this first. I actually really like a lot of the DLC music. I haven't taken the chance to listen to those at my own time. A lot of the sound effects of the DLC are really good as well. Good game. Good game, actually. Controversial take. Cult of the Lamb, actually good. Half-Life Alyx and Moss are basically the only full VR games that don't feel like wacky VR. Yeah, oh, I haven't played Moss yet. I have been very curious about it. And Beat Saber, yeah, Beat Saber's good. Classic. What was the one I liked? There was one that I liked that was like stand in a room and do stuff. I can't remember what it was called now. You're like in front of like a big alchemy pot and you like chuck shit in it and there's like a skull that talks to you and stuff. What the fuck is that called? That game was fun. Something wizard, I can't remember. I always get it confused with the one where you cast spells. Yeah, I played it on stream years ago though. The drum rhythm. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Have they done like a Taiko version of that? Because that would be a good crossover. Taiko no Tatsujin VR game. That would be, I kind of think that'd be, I don't know if that'd be good for like, input sensitivity, you know? I feel like you gotta be very precise with Taiko. Because they get crazy fast. I mean, hey, a workout's a workout. They open pre-orders for a blanket with Woolhaven motifs? Wait, let me look this up. Blanket? Oh, how cute is that? Oh, that's real nice. Let me bring up a picture of this. Look at this. I love the art style. I love the art style of this game.
Did you know that the Chupa Chups logo was made by Salvador Dali? Because I sure don't.
think I did know that, actually. What was I saying? Oh yeah, look, I really love the art style of this game. Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? Also, hello, Thornius. Welcome in. And Sequad too, hi, hello. That's very cute.
Da, 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 da.
Aroha.
Hello, Newt, as well. Even though you're already here, you get an enthusiastic hello. Friend's older brother had the drums he used to play whenever I went to Guitar Hero, that's sweet. We used to love Guitar Hero. We just like slowly accumulated the instruments over the years. Played a lot of Guitar Hero. And hello Fog too. You got the Wibworm, let's go. Oh, and DDR. I feel, you know what? I really didn't play a lot of DDR when I was younger because, like, I was too self-conscious to play it in arcades. I feel like if I did play it when I was younger, I would be really, really into it. I feel like I'd be one of those people who takes their shoes off when they go to an arcade to play DDR. I've tried it like a handful of times in my adult life, and I'm like, man, this is really fun. I do kind of wish, like, I know it's like I can just still do it whenever, but I mean, if I go to an arcade, which you don't have around here, but my point being, like, I know this isn't necessarily true, but I kind of feel like I wish I played it when I was younger. You know? Played, oh yeah, they had console ones, didn't they with like the shitty unresponsive mats. We have mats at home. We have DDR at home. That wasn't my best Marge. My throat is a little bit fucked at the moment. It's as fun as Beat Saber, I'd be in. That's subjective, I suppose. I like it. I like DDR. But I like rhythm game. I like a lot of rhythm games anyway. Rhythm game stream soon, kings. Okay, just let me get this Scar as well. Do. How do I want to do this? Let's do like the solid colors, which is this. And Rhythm Heaven, Osu, and Beat Saber. I love Osu. I haven't played it in forever. I kind of had the itch for it recently, but I think I got that scratched by playing Project Sekai for a little bit. I love Osu. I used to play so much. Maybe a little too much. Had to probably stomp the square, yeah. Yeah, I feel like if I was too self-conscious to play DDR like in an arcade, I feel like if I had one of those at-home mats that I had to like really stomp on them in order to get it to register, I feel like I would have been too self-conscious with that as well, you know? Friend Slop rhythm game? Oh, what you want is, what's the pigeon one? The pigeon rhythm game that came out like a couple years ago. I can't remember what that's called. So I've gone to play them, but I have a buddy, I'm okay. Yeah, yeah. That's what I did when I played DDR last. The what? It's like it's a rhythm game where everybody's a pigeon. It's like a rhythm game battle royale. And everybody's pigeons. Yeah, you know what I'm on about, yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay. Headbangers! Yes! It's Headbangers, right? On Switch? I think it was on Xbox too. I remember it being on Game Pass. Yeah, Headbangers! Rhythm Royale. Headbangers Rhythm Royale. This guy. Yeah. Battle Royale rhythm game. And you're all pigeons. 9% off on Steam, eh? There you go. There's your Friend Slub rhythm game. I love calling it Friend Slub. That's... That's such a funny way to be like, I want something nice to play with my friends. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. I've never heard of that. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. Oh, I've never seen this before. That's cool. Dun 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 dun. Is it any good? Something about like co-op rhythm game. I almost feel like I would get. That gives me the same vibe as Overcooked, where I'm like, there's gonna be a certain point where I get frustrated with whoever I'm playing with. You know, if it's good, it's fair. Big fairs. I swear you said you wanted to play Super Crazy Rhythm. I've never heard of it. Maybe that's a message from the future. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Only time I saw people play it was using remote play, and they had so much input lag it was impossible! Yikes. Yeah, probably not a good example of it. Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably why there aren't a lot of co-op rhythm games. Pretty sure it was in an Indie Direct, and you mentioned about looking it up when it came out. That's crazy. What? To be honest, I believe you. I don't remember at all. I believe you though. I'd probably say that with most rhythm games that happen in like directs and stuff like that. I can't wait to see the clip of that. Where I'm like, oh my god, this looks so fucking good, I can't wait to play this! And then like cut it next to me today being like, I've never heard of this in my life. Whoops. It was almost 3 years ago. Damn, I'm behind on looking it up then. I've only just googled it. Man of my word though, still I suppose. Welcome back, Link. Guess what day it is? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is it a draw law? Is it draw law Wicked Thursday? Or is it Pizza Thursday? Or is it just a regular Thursday and you're bamboozling me? It is Draw Law Wicked Thursday, let's fucking go! Carving rather than drawing. It's creative. It counts. My hand freaking out so much. Basically anything that's showed in E3 or Direct or whatever, I will have forgotten about by the time it comes out. Sometimes they come back to me. And there's a couple I remember. But it's normally quite big stuff. Like, I think from the moment it was announced to when it came out, like, the other week, I don't think I stopped thinking about Pokopia. But yeah, if it's like a new IP or something like that, it's a lot easier. A lot easier to forget. But sometimes, like, there will be, like, it'll pop into my mind again, like, we'll be yapping and I'll be like, oh yeah, did that game that we saw in that Direct, like, 2 months ago, ever come out yet? The one that was like, da-da-da-da-da that I was interested in. Sometimes they come back to us, but yeah, oftentimes I forget, unless it's something we're really, really excited for.
Dun 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 dun.
You're resisting buying it so hard, you're a brave soldier. You're a brave soldier. Kyle caved yesterday. Kyle bought a whole Switch, dude. Oh yeah, you still here, Kyle? Have you played Pokopia yet? When it comes to new games, I need their marketing teams to get to work so hard. Yeah. A lot of, we get bombarded with so many new games. The amount of, like, directs and presentations we watch and stuff. Finished a big building today! Congrats! Congrats! I haven't touched it. I should do that today. Without saying too many spoilers, I imagine you have long since found this newt. You know the big blueprints that you find on Pallet Town? There's 3 of them. Yesterday I was like, I wanna build those. I really wanna build those. Busted one open and I was like, oh my god, they're so big. They're so fucking big. I don't wanna build these on the surface. So I dug a cave. I spent a long time digging a cave that would house it. And by god, I did it. By god, I did it. It's building, it'll be done tomorrow, but I'll show it on stream next week because it's it's just a big square cave. But I was like, I really want to build these, but I don't want them on the surface because to be honest, I'm probably not going to use all that space. I'm probably not going to use all the surface space, but I don't want them on the surface. So I dug. Oh boy, did I dig. Big accomplishment. Can't wait to show it off next week. I only have one because I want to do the other areas before Pallet Town, but they're ridiculous. They're fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I should just get around to finishing the Sparkling Heights or whatever. Ooh, but Pallet Town. Ooh, Pallet Town though. I should do that. I'll do that today, because big building. Big building feels very, I don't know, final for that area? Or yeah, close to final, so I should just get that out the way.
Dun, dun, dun.
I bought my Switch 2 a while ago for Pokemon reasons. Ah, there you go. See, there you go. Already got one to hand. Well, hey, I know it needn't be said, but I recommend it. I recommend it. It is very good. I doubt it'll be a waste of money. Certified Kip recommendation. Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know it's good. Just realized I'm gonna miss Tame Friday. So sad. I'm probably gonna do some main story tomorrow. Oh, which does mean they'll be talking about the Taint a lot. I realize now. But I don't want to bumble around doing side quests anymore. I think it's time we actually did some main quests. I think we're strong enough. Yeah, I know! You're gonna miss the taintiest of Taint Fridays. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Dum 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 dum. Du-du-du-du-du. Having to drive to the other side of the country for my stupid parkour work. Fuck your gay chungus life, dude. Hey ho. Don't worry. There'll probably be more Taint next week. Unless the story is incredibly short. That would be funny. If the game and all the side quests and bullshit that it gives you is so... like, everything else is so bloated and then the main quest is like 2 quests long. It would be a top tier bit! It would be a top tier bit, not gonna lie. I agree. I'll endeavor to, because I think that would be funnier. It's okay, just think many undetermined weeks from now Kip will have a rice cooker. Wait, who is that message helping? That's how it was in Skyrim? Is that right? I never finished the main quest in Skyrim. Hey, maybe it's like that in 2 Worlds too. As someone who did 0 whoa! Well, someone's got to have, right? And it was you. Main quest in Skyrim is real short. Wow. I didn't know. I think the only time I've ever seen it completed is in speedruns, and you can't, like, judge the length of the main quest based on a speedrun. I think it's kind of the point to do it quickly. Yeah, hey, maybe. But it's more likely that it's unreasonably long and bloated. Well, I don't know. I don't know, actually. Because to be fair, a lot of the quests in 2 Worlds are reasonably short. They're very much just like nip down the road and talk to this guy, which has been what the main quest has been like. Thus far, it's been go down the road and talk to your sister at this location. And then the quest after that is go down the road and talk to your sister at this location. It could just be that until you get to the final boss. No worries, Fog, no worries. I haven't colored the mouth. Dun 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 dun. Little thieves? Little thieves tonight? Little thieves tonight, King? We've given this fox human teeth. What happens next will warm your heart. Alright, that's kind of too jarring seeing the teeth actually. Let's just color it all in like that. Do 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 do. Okay, I think that's good. I don't think I want to shade it. I think it's kind of enough on its own. It'll be like this big, right? Yeah, that's pretty apparent. Yeah, that's good. I might color some lines, maybe. I don't think it needs it. I always do that with emotes, and then I'm like, it doesn't need it. Okay, let me check. There's no bleed on any of the frims. There's bleed. Dun dun. Do, 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 do. I saw one where there was some, and I can't remember what frame that was now. There's a little bit there, but that's not really visible, is it? Okay, I'm sure it wasn't that obvious. Do 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 do. Spring? Spring? Okay. Thinking of animation softwares, one thing I would like from Clip is to be able to export transparent GIFs. Because every time I gotta export the image sequence. Oh, I'm trying to export this GIF. Lol. I've got to export the image sequence and then put it into Photoshop and then export it as a GIF. So let me boot that up now. La la la. What time is it? Just going 5? Well, hey, we did it.
Ah.
Hello, Dimmy. How's it going? I'll leave this guy jumping while I export the final GIF. Ba 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 da ba ba. See you, bitch, I made it across the pond. It very well could have done, but I don't know what that is. It could have done, but I'm not online.
Bum, bum.
Okay, Photoshop. You're here on that. True. But I am not observing anything. You are observing me. Checkmate, atheist. Famously offline. Yeah, you're all in my house, right? We all live together? Okay. You're in the walls. True. Exactly. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yep. That's GIF. Cool. Okay. You know, Squidward takes a tiny bite of the sandwich meme. Imagine if CEO of McDonald's did that to a new burger and went up for a marketing video. Okay, cool, I see. I see. Alright, I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna send this over on VGen real quick. Isn't it hypnotic? I'm actually very happy with this. It's sweet, good motion.
Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun.
Okay.
Dun.
Oh, I say. VGen's added like discovery tags and stuff to the portfolio showcases. What would I call this? More people are probably searching for anime and manga, so I'm gonna put it as that. This is painted and rendered? Flat color cell shaded, there we go. The vibe is happy and cheerful, I would say. Emotes. Oh yeah, job's good. Send it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Bam! Let's get this out of the way. Oh, there was another one! Right underneath it! Okay, so I've got a couple of emotes to touch up for Schlum. I don't know, I doubt I'll get them all done today, but it'll be good to make a start.
Job is complete.
Now other CEOs are responding and it's becoming a trend because of the memes, the buzz trying to jump on the free marketing, I see. Of course, then made non-food related CEOs get on in it, I see. Right, so it was kind of funny the first time and then immediately got not funny. I kind of feel like there's nothing funnier. Sorry, there's nothing, like, unfunnier than a meme that's, like, entirely, like, CEOs or big company. Yeah, exactly, corporate got their grips on it. Okay, emotes, 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 emotes. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Sorry, I'm just sorting out some files. I did some emotes for Slumbear a while back, and Slum has since updated his design. So we want to update the emotes. Corporate expectation ruins the humor. Exactly, yeah. It's a good way of, very good way of putting it. Which, like, it was kind of already on the border of that. Since it started with the CEO, but yeah, that's I don't want to humanize the CEO. Get out of here. La 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 la. All right, let's do this. Try and get as much done today. I don't want to lose momentum because it's 5 PM and we've gotten something done. I would like to chip away at these other ones, so we'll give it a go. Close you down. I'll start with an easier one because some of these are cropped in such a way that there really isn't a lot to update. So we're gonna start with those and just see what we can do. See what we can see. Pocopia? No, I'd have to get my Switch set up, which honestly takes 2 minutes, but that's 2 minutes I don't have. That's 2 minutes I don't have the bones for. This one's probably easiest. Yeah, this one's for sure easiest. Okay. How do I want to do this? Is the main question. I could just, go crazy, go bonkers with it, and... yeah, I think I'm gonna go crazy, go bonkers with it. So what I'll do... is I won't even redo a sketch, we'll just go straight from the lineup, because some of these I think are for sure simple enough that it won't be too much hassle. 2 minutes of extra effort, yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah? Oh, it's locked. Do, 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 do. Na, 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 na. Where is... yeah, that's... we gotta get rid of all of these. Each frame. I think these side bits of hair maybe need to be a little bit longer. Maybe. I'll actually have to compare that to other ref. And I need... what blue? This blue. Done. Okay. Okay, that's kind of the bare bones of what needs changing on this one, which isn't too bad. Do I want to make these a little bit longer? Maybe. Ooh, actually. Because these two are the same frame, more or less. How do I want to handle that? La, la, la. Let me think about this. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Okay. I'm gonna make these a bit longer. Oh, that's the wrong- number one, that's the wrong frame. Number two, it's locked. I got too much stress and caffeine today. Oh no, take it easy. Take it easy, take it cheesy. Oh, that got- hold on. That got auto-modded. Why is there a twig in your pasta sauce? Why did that got held by- that got held for fucking twig. I don't know what Twitch thinks that means. Yeah, I know, a literal branch. Oh, okay, I think I understand what it... I don't know, sometimes if you say fucking and anything else, it just... It gets a little bit upset. Let's grab this and erase that, paste that, push that down, and then bring that back up. Yes. This somehow... Yeah, that's fine. The extra fiber! Bum, 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 bum. Let's bring the shoulders up. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, this one's gonna be dead simple, I think. Make these strands a little longer. Is this shaded? Oh, it is a bit. That's fine. Is this a similar- oh, the squisher! What do I want to do about that? Probably just wing it, I think. Okay, yeah, these are all kind of the same. The big squish. I've told to buy Thai food for Thai Thursday. Ooh, enjoy. I'm kind of getting hungry now. Okay, so this one... We do the same... Oh, we can do the same thing for most of these. Hold on. So let's grab this. Start with this frame. Put that back. Put that back. Bring that back. Up there. It's dirt, 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 dirt. Whoops. I'm big focused. I'm big focused actually. I'm locked the fuck in. I merge it. Squash, 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 squash. Okay. This one's kind of mostly the same, but slightly lower down. Let's just wing that. Do 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 do. Bleep bleep blah 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 blah. And then that's just that one but stretched out. So I'm just gonna redo that one entirely when we get around to doing the colors. So let me get rid of all these little yellow bits here. Do 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 do. I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting big hungry now. We're talking about food. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. My kingdom for red sauce and onions with jasmine rice. I don't know if we have any food in the fridge. We might have to go to the— oh no, we have some beef. Woof woof wats for lunch, lol. Dum 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 dum. Bum 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 bum. So hungry, we're all making each other hungry now. Getting hungry with it in the Twitch chat. Everybody, please eat if you're hungry. Get yourself some food. I think I've eaten meat in a week. You were saying you were craving burger, right? Maybe now's your time. You need protein also, yeah. Get some protein in you. I want to make that a little saturated. Bum, 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 bum. Can I be vulnerable for mode? Of course you can. A horse, of course. Okay. And then that's similar. So we're gonna do a similar thing for the colors. There you go. Ba 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 ba. Oh my god, like I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm on the protein. So fucking funny, cause like yeah, look at I'm on the protein, cause like I found that through the Scottish Twitter page, which is just full of some of the funniest videos you'll ever see. So fucking funny. So classic. Pavlovia react whenever you hear protein. I'm gonna be doing that now. I'm aware I'm on the protein. There's one video on there, I'm never gonna be able to find it, also because I don't have Twitter anymore. Of like... if you go on the Scottish Twitter page, if it still exists, the caption is like, what is it? It's something like, why did I scream like Homer Simpson? And it's just like, these two people messing around with like a, it's like a moped or something? And one of them is egging the other on to beep the horn. And they beep the horn and he screams and it sure as shit sounds exactly like Homer Simpson. Cracked me up for hours the first time I saw it. It's like bang on. Ooh. There's actually a bit here that I never coloured. Huh. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now I can grab all of this. Whoops, not that. Well, that one's squanched. That's just the same as that, but squashed, right? Actually, yeah, I'll colour that normally. Maybe I'll do anything to avoid actually working. True! True, real and true. You gotta catch it on a really good day if you want it to work. Dun, 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 dun. That's the same as this? Yeah. Okay, so then I will grab all of these. And we're gonna do the same thing for most of these. Bum bum. Hey, thanks. I'll do that in just a second. Let me get these last couple of frames out. Ah, but that's all blue there. Should that all be blue? Hold on. He looks too naked there. You wouldn't. Almost finished and it's been loading for 5 minutes straight. Lying to your face. Oh, whoa! Oh! I didn't mean to panic. Tony, hello! Hello, hi, Tony and friends. Wait, let me get the other one up, the actual finished one. Do. There we go. Hello, Tony and friends. Hi. If we haven't met before, I'm Kip. I use they/them pronouns. And I'm a variety streamer, and an illustrator, and a 3D artist. And I'm working on some emote commissions today. Getting some stuff off of the to-do list. We just finished this charming little critter. And what I'm working on now is, I did some emotes years back for a pal, and he's changed his design, so I'm touching up those emotes. And just giving him a fresh lick of paint. Hello, hi, how are you doing? Alright, I'll take that. I'll take a stretch now. What did you get up to today? What did you do in stream? Ugh. If you do need to raid and run to take care, please do. Please absolutely prioritize looking after yourself. But if you want to stay and hang out, we would love to have you here very much. Very, very much. But yeah, don't be afraid to lurk or raid and run or anything like that. Where are we at? 5:15? Let's grind on. Let's grind on, because I could at least get this one done. Maybe a second one. And ooh, that would be so nice. Played the Scriptorium demo. Oh, wait! Do I know? I think I know Scriptorium. Game. Scriptorium game. Oh! Oh, I think I know this. Oh yeah, this looks really cool. This looks really, really cool. Oh, well, I hope you had fun. Hope you had a lovely time. Yeah, we're big emote grinding today. We are getting shit done. I am kind of having a little bit of a sleepier day. I'm just a little bit worn down this week. So we're kind of locking in and getting shit done. Sorry, I completely lost track of what I was doing. There we go. But yeah, if you wanna stay and hang out while we're grinding out emotes, we would love to have you here. Thank you very much for bringing your community over here. That's very kind of you, Tony. Yeah, getting shit done. We're doing it. We're living the dream. We're Tomodachi life, living the dream. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab one, copy and paste it. I'm gonna grab one and copy and paste it. And then we're just gonna recreate that. Blop, blop, blop. Nose ring. Is there even a nose ring there anymore? There isn't. Wait, so what else is on this? Freckles? Are there freckles anymore? No. Oh, there's a cross on the forehead. Okay. Oh, you notice it. Enjoy. Enjoy your food. Absolutely be lurking while I do post-stream stuff. Yeah, take care. Take care, please. Okay, I've missed a couple bits and pieces. That's okay. Almost done my curve. First curve. Practicing so much. It's better be worth it. Well, oh yeah, I saw pictures of the ones you did. I thought they looked really good. You're very clean. Very, very clean. So fun. It seems therapeutic. Oh, I missed a line. There we go. So really obvious things that are like just things you gotta practice doing and get a hand in. Yeah, it seems fun. How long does it take you to carve them? Did I miss a frame? I feel like there was one I didn't do. No, actually we got them all. Okay. In which case, let's do that. Let's grab this bad boy. An average? That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Da, 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 da. I'm wondering if there were other changes I need to make. It would be better for me to do on this layer on top of everything. Like, I don't think the eyebrow has the notch anymore. So...
Attention chat, I have made a cult. You all must give me your credit cards and buy me $100 in V-Bucks every week. Meow.
Meow. Like a plane. Wow. Dun 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 dun. Excuse me. Yeah, 'cause if I do this here, I think that'll encompass everything. There might be a little bit of fucked upness, but we'll see. That was very good. Well done, creature. Let me see. Let's find out. Oh, I say. There's a little sneaky secret one. Hold on. Hold your horses. One here. Let me copy this. And put that back. Oh no, 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 no. What have I done? Oh, by the gods, what have I done? And that goes there again. And then it goes back to that. So if I go here, I'm working it out. I'm figuring it out. Let's try this. I didn't draw the other horn. What's wrong with me? When I did the OG. And also this needs to not be there. Okay, that's pretty good. I think there's still a little bit of overlap here. Here. Finally finished the slab collection, let's fucking go. I don't think I'm even halfway. Huge. I'm gonna do this on a layer behind. I'm just gonna draw. I'm just gonna draw right now. Controversial? Oh yeah, there's a bit of yellow there where I clearly intended to draw the horn and I just didn't. How did I miss so much with this emote? Drawing on the drawing stream? Like... Gonna be real. Gonna be completely real with you. It could happen. Yeah, that's fine. That might be fine all of there until... Yeah, that's literally all it needs. I might as well color that, like... Hold on. Oh, it's also orange. Ta-da! Okay, I think that's good. Yeah. So it's not really in full view, but it should be there. Okay, there's one. I think some of the colors are a little off, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's super noticeable. Actually, just while I'm thinking about it. Actually, no, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. In which case... The other one is this one, which might be a little bit tougher. Actually, I don't know. It might be the same. Because the paw Oh, I've done that on the same layer like some sort of fool. That's okay. Alright. Let's clean this up. Bit by bit. Eradicates your nose ring. Okay. Do my carving into vinyl blocks? They're like softer substitutes for linoleum. But I did get a tiny bit of actual. Ooh, it was a full work. I can imagine. Yeah, it's gotta be tough. There's actually not a lot of frames with this. It's just there's a lot that repeats. Problem with this is, it's no worse than the last one, TBH, to update. I think we should be okay. How do I want to start? Actually, let me... Yeah, that's not that many frames. Let's turn that off. Put that back. Doot doot doot. So this would be the collar. Yeah, there's just like a lot of like repeated frames, so I don't really know how I want to handle some of these, but we'll work it out. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's all fluff there, so that's gotta cut back. And then shoulder? I think it should be raised. Raises your shoulders. And then have a little hint of the fluff. Bum 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 bum. Lol shrugs you. Shrugs but uses your shoulders. How long we got? 30 minutes? Can I get this done in 30 minutes? If we're very lucky, if we're all very good, maybe. I don't know why I did this bit so thick. These emotes are old at this point. Gonna be a challenge to not completely redraw them. Make him shrug a little more. You know, Jordan's been a while when you go, why did I do that? Yeah. It is kind of a nice feeling when it's like something you very vividly remember drawing, you know? Something where you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't do those that long ago, and then you realize it's been years. That's kind of a nice feeling because, you know, that's a sure sign of improvement. But yeah, I don't know why I do a lot of things. Yeah, that works. Excuse me. I do have to update a breakdance emote with this design, which is gonna be a bit more work. But that's okay. Fuck it, we ball. Dun, dun. Oh, I didn't even get rid of the this. I thought that was part of the hand for some reason, but it's not. I thought it was like just a straight thumb. But that like doesn't make sense. Would it be easier to redraw it? Maybe. Maybe. I might have to anyway, but I can like at least go over the old one for the head and the hair. Since that's not really changed. But yeah, these ones is definitely easier to just adjust the design frame by frame, especially because these two, like, there's not a lot there that needs to be changed. But yeah, the last one maybe I'll just trace over and redraw. Either way, I'll probably do that next week. I got more animating to do next week. So we got a animated overlay to do that I want to get started on next week. I'm teaching myself to take a little more time for commissions, because normally I get them and then burn them out, which is great and all. And I would still love to do that if I can. However, we're in the process of DIYing a house to shit and also moving, and I'm also, like, in my non-streaming time making a comic. So I gotta think to myself, like, well, hey, normally most people, when they get a commission, they're okay with taking, like, you know, a week or two to do it, and that is more than a reasonable amount of time. I gotta learn. Gotta teach myself. Dun, dun. Yeah, I got it. Absolutely. Absolutely, lutely. Doodle doo 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 doo. Da, da, da. Ooh, loud ass motorbike outside. That's not me, I promise. That's not me ripping up a storm. Oh yeah, mustn't forget the eyebrow. Why does that last one look weird? I actually don't think it does. Just gotta change some line widths around here to match everything else. Do, 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 do. I had a huge eye-opener a few days ago that, like, the reason I'm so burnt out is because my perception of work is always has to be a lot and has to be challenging. Yeah, I feel like king of holding myself to an unreasonable standard sometimes, because I do that a lot. But hey, nothing more, like, eye-opening than getting into a situation where it is genuinely impossible to uphold whatever standard you've set yourself at. Yeah, neurodivergence is a big part of that, for sure. For sure. Is there a single creative person out there who doesn't actually try to run themselves into the ground? Maybe, I don't know. They'll find one day. Dun 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 da da dun. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Speaking of, it's like half an hour till stream. Can I make it? I can make it. I could probably make it. I'm getting big sleepy, but ooh, I think it's just because I've started a new section of this, you know? We've done the line art and now I'm moving on to coloring, and it's starting like a new section of it. That's tough stuff. That's tough stuff. I do kind of want to change the color of these a little bit. Make them a little more saturated. Dun, 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 dun. If I just start That'll be easier than if I just call it quits right now. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Du-du-du-du-du-du. These bits are kind of more saturated as well. Just gotta think. If I do this, I can go play Photopia. Ooh, how enticing. Dangling car keys in front of me. And then some of this. Some of this. And then some of this. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, we're cooking, alright. We're cooking big time. We're cooking big time, Tommy. We're putting him in a big pot. And we're making a stew out of him. Dum dum. Okay, how much of this is feasible to just do like that? Is that color? Yeah. A little bit crusty around the edges, but we can clean that up. Oh. Redemite described that she does for work at 60-70% of her total daily capacity, and that's a healthy way to work and live at the same time. I'm taking that shit to heart, yeah. Not every day is 100. I mean, rarely. There's rarely a day that's 100%, right? But ooh. In my head, I'm telling myself I could be doing 100% because I've done it before, which means I could do it right now. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Whoops. I was like, why didn't I color that a bit? But I did, that was the line that I drew extra thick for some reason. Okay, there's 2. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers. And I got 20 minutes? Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's lock in. I work and live at Lock-In City. Let's do it. I believe, dude. 1 layer every 2 minutes? There's no way I did that one in 2 minutes. Did I do that in 2 minutes? There's no way I did that in 2 minutes. I don't have a perception of time right now. Oh, I accidentally erased a big chunk out of the line out there. I have no idea if it was 2 minutes, but if you have 9 layers in 20 minutes. Well, I've already done 2 of the layers also. There's another factor in this I forgot to mention. You quick? You know what? You know what? Maybe I am quick. Maybe I am quick. I'm not saying I'm trying to do 1 layer every 2 minutes now, because you've given me that statistic, even though I've already done 2 of the layers, so technically the math is off. But There's a possibility there. That's the wrong. No, that's the right color for that. There's a possibility here. Place your bets, people. Do-do-do. Math isn't real? I believe it. When you think about it, everything made up, really. Da-da-da-dum-dum-dum. We're doing it, gamers. Whoops. No, why? We're making history. Okay, there's a little bit of line art that needs cleaning up, but what happened here? Oh, that's part of it. That's fine. I don't know how fast we're doing it. All I know is we're doing it. And the music stopped. Okay, banger to end us on. This is it. This is the it of all time. You know what I started thinking about recently? What's that? The gun song from Sons of the Forest? I was, watching, like, a playthrough of Sons of the Forest somewhat recently, and that song, came on a radio in-game. And I was like, I was just hoping the buzzer player would hear it, but they didn't. But they did hear, there's another song in that game where like swear down it sounds like he's like, I'll never ever ever use a condom. And they heard that one and they were like, wait, what the fuck? What did he just say? It's got some weird songs in it. I would love to know the actual official lyrics to all of them, to be honest, because they're kind of the most surreal thing about the game. You remember that one? Yeah? What did he mean by that? When he said, I'll never ever wear a condom? What did he mean by that? And how there's like 8 different variations of the Crunchy Wunchy song? Then Ty came as a FIFA trait. It's crazy. The lyrics are on Genius? Wait, for real? Okay, number 1. Does Hardbase 1 actually say cunt in it? And I actually don't know the name of the condom song. Oh, for some songs? Oh, okay. Looking at context? Oh, thank you. I'm gonna have to look at that in a sec. That'll be my reward for finishing this. Condom is never ever ever. Oh hell yeah! That'll be the one. It's like, I can't remember it. No, I'll never ever ever be a problem. No, I'll never ever ever wear a condom. And then every other song is hey you, crunchy wunchy woo. And it would drive me insane playing that game. Only 2 versions of Hey You? That can't be true. Well, only 2 with lyrics. Some of them are just instrumental. There's at least 3. Only 2 ingenious. Yeah, but some of them... Wait, as in like... Eh? I thought... Wait, hold on. I might have been getting confused. I thought, Genius would only list ones that would have lyrics for some reason. 3 ingenious. Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? This is not finished yet, but we did color all those layers. Hell yeah. But it's not totally finished yet. There's a couple bits and pieces we need to add, but I do wanna look at Condom Song. Yeah, Hey You 1 and Hey You 2 and Hey You Piano. Never ever ever. He does! He absolutely does say condom. Or like it cuts... It doesn't cut off. It doesn't cut off in game. I don't know why it's cut off in the lyrics. Because he absolutely does say it in game. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Abby. Wait, hold on. I'll never ever ever be a bother. I'll never ever ever meet your father. I'll never be a general like a MacArthur. I'll never be a problem. I'll never ever ever try and stop it. I'll never ever ever wear a condom. Yeah, that's just gotta be on the site because he 100% says it in the game. Good to know I wasn't going crazy. Excuse me. Excuse me for dropping in. Okay, in which case, do I think I can get the final details out? Before I finish. Probably. Because it's just like...
No, I'll never ever ever be a problem. And I'll never ever ever try and stop him, no. I'll never ever ever wear a condom.
Never.
No, I'll never ever ever no.
Never, no! Never, ever, ever wear a condom. A little bit of advice for you all. From me to you. Never, ever, ever wear a condom. Number 2. Squelch that down. No, I'll never ever ever wear a condom. Good for him. Honestly. Someone's gotta stand up and say it. Do you think Creature thinks condoms are a type of oh, absolutely. No question. Console remains funnier, true. Very true. Actually, that's a good point. What else was, Sons of the Forest music. Never ever. Marilyn Monroe. Hey look, the Fever Super Fit. Oh, they have actual names. It's not just hard base. I don't know what they're called other than hard base 1. Oh, those are the only ones with full lyrics though, I see. No, never, ever, ever wear a condom. There's gonna be an up arrow on their forehead. My eyes are up here. Hat for snails that says my eyes are up here and an arrow pointing up.
Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Why is only one horn? Hold on, I saw that. I saw that. Where is that? This one. Why? You thought you could get away from me, huh? Wow, I missed so much with these. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Okay, is there any other little detail I need to put in? I think this is okay. This one might actually... Oh no, I saw that. Oh, I landed on the right frame too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that one's good. Is this one also good now that I'm going back to it? Squamsh, 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 squamsh. Yeah. Okay, very cool. So I did get 2 of them done. And then I gotta do the breakdance, which we'll do next week. We'll do it next week. Right now, I'm done. I'm pooped. I got a town to run. I got a little town full of Pokemon to run. They're all like,
Kip, I just wanted to say, you're my best friend. Here's some berries.
there we go. Watch this one while I find someone to raid. Little creature has cow horns. So cute. So very cute. Wow, Slum is still live. He's been streaming for like 8.5 hours. Brother. Let's go and see. Do 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 do. Ooh, there's so many pals online. Do you guys wanna let's go see some 3D? Let's go see Prolo. I haven't seen Prolo in a while. Thanks for being here. Thank you, thank you. Say hi to Claudia for me. I will. I'll get you some pictures.
I'll get you some pictures.
What do I want to say to Prolo?
Hey, hello.
How about this?
Hello.
Thanks for joining me today, even though I was so sleepy. We actually got some good work done. Appreciate you being here, keeping me company, chit-chatting with me. We're gonna go see Prolo now, and it looks like Prolo is doing some 3D stuff, which is exciting. Be super, super nice to Prolo. Prolo's super cool. super, super cool and super talented.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So immensely talented, does loads of cool stuff. Let's set up the raid here. So be good, be nice, be sweet, and drop him some support if you haven't already. I'm gonna be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. GMT for Long Play Friday.
Goodbye.
Taint Friday. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, do use the raid message if you have the emotes. If not, you can use whatever emotes you like. But I will see you tomorrow for more 2 worlds, or if not, take care. Okay. Be sweet to yourself and others around you. And take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.